Wait, Matt Bragg.
I don't know, it was like 180 last time.
Oh, you fat bitch.
Yeah, I know.
Kilograms?
Coming in.
Yes.
Hot.
Stone?
Coming in hot and
Almost
thin.
Matt's weight.
Stone is
about
8
12 pounds?
No, it's 14.
A stone is 14 pounds. I am
About.
on cloud 9.
No, you're on off topic.
Yeah.
It's a podcast.
I weighed myself this morning after getting back from Australia, and this is the least I've weighed since I was 25 years old.
Wow.
Jeff, where you at?
169 pounds.
Damn, you're on cloud
Crazy.
69.
It's also
69.
crazy. Did you ever think you would weigh your same weight like half your life ago?
No. Huh? No. Yeah, I don't know. Sure.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep losing weight too.
He's almost
I'm
4
going-
stone old.
Jeff,
I'm going Christian Bale and the Machinist.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Or like
That's
Chris
almost
Hemsworth.
unhealthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I won't be satisfied until I can't see you from a certain angle.
That I want to turn
we're
sideways
like,
and disappear.
I want you to go
wanna-
That'd be one
machinist
hell of
on
a
me.
trick.
I want to fit through mail
what you
slots.
You just said that,
Well,
Jeremy.
yeah. I'm Jeremy?
Well, yeah. He said
And then
something,
you
and
lost a
then
bunch of weight.
repeated it.
Everybody's been losing weight. You're down 177, I think.
177.
And then I saw
Not bad.
today Adam Ellis dropped down. He's lost like 30 pounds in like a month since he started losing weight.
He just punched it off.
Yeah.
He was like, boom.
Then Alfredo, he gained all of our
Yeah,
weight.
what's up with the boys that are trying to
I'll
put
say this.
some
I'll say this about Alfredo. If you were looking for Alfredo in Australia, if at any point in Australia
Sandwich.
you were like, oh fuck, what happened to Alfredo? I know. I'll check the McDonald's.
I was there.
He was living there.
I was living
Well,
it.
maybe we can
The
help
McDonald's
Alfredo
in
out
Australia.
because if you're looking for a delicious snack, our sponsor today has got you covered. We're sponsored by Blue Apron and the RT Store. You can eat a
Wow.
shirt too, probably.
Damn,
I could
you even have
try.
a logo
You can
for our
try.
own
You
store.
can suck it down. I'm your host, Michael. Joining me this week, fresh back from the Achievement Hunter Australia tour, we got Jeff.
That's me. I'm that
We
guy.
got Alfredo.
That's still my
and
name.
Trevor.
Hello.
Matt, not fresh back
Not
from
back,
Australia,
but-
but
yeah.
still
Or
back on
fresh.
off topic.
More fresh, I'm sorry.
Not back, no fresh.
Can I?
Why would you hit him like that,
okay.
man? Fucking
Yeah.
Christ. The guy already
Okay.
weighs 180 pounds.
Can I?
Fuck, why are you doing it to him?
Can I say I'm really happy to see you too? I mean, I'm happy to see you guys
Again?
as well.
Okay,
No,
cool.
but we had a weird thing when you because we were on this intense tour together in Australia.
Yeah.
We were like living and breathing each other for like a week and a half or whatever, and then you two and Patrick and Adam and Clarissa left. And it was like separation anxiety. We were all bummed out. We were like, fuck, it's like literally half of us left. There were 11 of us.
got real
Five
company.
of us
Yeah.
left. And it was like sad. We were all sitting around like in Melbourne after you guys left because we stayed on to do a ghost hunt. for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
house. We were just like bummed. We were like, fuck, it just feels like half the group just abandoned us.
That's Stockholm syndrome.
Kind of.
Yeah, a little
yeah.
bit. And then
it was really bizarre.
We giveth and taketh away.
It
We
just
missed
felt
you
like
too,
something.
though.
It just felt like something was missing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good to be back home, but coming to the office, yeah, it felt empty. I mean, these guys were here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I'll be honest. We had kind of the opposite of that. Everyone left, and it was great.
It's true.
Matt,
I didn't get pelted with
Matt,
anything.
Lindsay, and I.
You guys dressed up.
kind of made up for it. A
we-
little.
Played Resident Evil.
Today.
We even
for sure.
dug up Andy.
You guys played costumes.
Dug him up,
Yeah.
we just
Dress up.
playing Resident Evil every goddamn day. Matt was defending Kingdom Hearts, claiming that there's a
plot in there
lucid
somewhere.
plot.
Who knows?
It's
Not
true,
even the
but
biggest fans of Kingdom Hearts can explain the fucking
Some
plot.
people try.
You
and they're
can't
liars.
explain it, but it's there.
I
Don't
found
worry
a
about,
short
like,
little video.
I can't explain air, but it's there.
I found a brief video that explained it succinctly in 33 minutes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And
Did you? Now do you understand it?
No,
Can
I
you
haven't,
explain
I
it to
haven't
us, please?
started it yet. I need
never
to
mind.
start that journey. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts, so like, I talked to Easton. I was like, can I jump in at this point? Is it like too late to jump in? Matt, you would probably know better, Michael. But she was like,
It's the time.
See, I disagree with
no,
her. I disagree
can't jump
with
in.
her.
Too much plot, too much
I
crazy, too much
think-
cutscenes.
I
Just go in,
you're
hack
better
some
off.
shit up with
Oh, really?
You
the
might be able to
Keyblade.
jump in, but you have to just be like, that plot is just kind of there. I'm
Here.
just having fun.
I'll make up my own. Or Jeff will.
I
That's
could
fine.
do it too.
I was looking for you a minute ago
right
because I
here.
wanted to ask you something,
Found him.
and now I just remembered what I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, what's up?
Jack and I were lamenting that we never got a chance to do the Super Bowl prediction video before we left.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think we could get away with doing a 2019 post Super Bowl prediction show,
I just
where
plug
we
her
try
ears.
to post predict this?
We try to post predict and
and then you can take that information and go back in a time machine, maybe.
and then say whatever happened is wrong.
Yeah.
Or right, depending on the
It'd
result.
be like, oh, it looks like the
actual.
Super Bowl got it wrong this year. This was the actual correct.
I think what's going to happen this year is that the actual, if you want to call it that at this point, Super Bowl will be predicting our real Super Bowl.
Right. Maybe we're the Super Bowl and they're the prediction.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
Sunday, they're predicting
what's going to happen in the Achievement Hunter Super Bowl
Just the echo. It's epic.
Yeah, they're gonna predict our game, and we'll see if they get it right for once.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
What
Wait,
team
this
is gents?
I think it is.
Going to be, and what team is lads going to
I
be?
have no
I
idea.
don't know. We'll
Let's
have
make
to
the call
figure it
now.
out.
Rams and
We're
Patriots,
talking
right?
about it. So.
Fair. I didn't know what day the Super Bowl was.
It's Sunday.
It's usually
Is
a
it
Wednesday.
this Sunday or
Super Bowl
Yeah,
Sunday.
it's Sunday?
This Sunday.
Here's what I did. I
what I
did
wanted.
some deductive reasoning here. Now Jeff said we don't have time to film it, and today's the end of the day, Friday. That's
true.
And Super Bowl's on a Sunday, so I said, I bet it's this Sunday, and I just went from
That
there.
would explain why a lot
That's
of people
all I
asked me
did.
if I wanted to hang out this weekend, and I was just like, no, Kingdom Hearts.
Nobody asked you that.
It's 100%.
Nobody asked you.
Everyone
Who asked you
Who
that?
asked Matt?
Who asked you? Who wants to spend time with
I'll tell you who asked
you?
me. We've got Mickey asked him. Riku asked him. They all asked
You
him.
know what? I said yes. We can hang out.
He's got plenty of friends.
I do like the implication that, Matt, your entire social network seems to be very heavily involved and invested in the football game.
They weren't really invested in the football.
All
game.
of
It's
Matt's
just
football friends.
Yeah, football
Dude,
friends.
bro, you coming over to fucking slam some brewskis?
Drink some
around the
French,
pig
it's
skin.
extreme. Fucking
The Super Bowl
Gatorade.
will be happening. We're not going to watch it. TV's off. We're playing board games. That sounds fun, though. I'd do
I ain't
that.
watching it.
I'd have it on the background.
Just don't
We
care.
generally we'll have like a Super
Used
Bowl
to.
thing and just watch it and
Yeah.
kind of shit on the commercials or whatever.
It was more like
That's a good
yeah.
little thing to do.
it was more like Matt's friends were like, "Hey, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Do you want to come hide in the panic room with us?"
I mean, if Kingdom Hearts is there,
We're just gonna wait till this
see.
whole thing blows over.
Yeah, we're just gonna just hide.
So who is it? It's the New England Patriots. Surprise.
LA,
Los Angeles
LA Rams.
Del Rey.
LA Rams. Is this their
Rams.
first year as the LA Rams?
Huh?
Well, they're back.
Back as
LA.
the Rams, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, they started in the St. Louis.
I'm gonna root for the Patriots for the first time in my life.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
Here's
I'm not
why.
doing that.
Here's why.
I'm not doing
Here's
that.
why. Not because I like the Patriots, but because
you love Lannon.
the Red Sox
He loves
won.
Tom Brady.
And if the Patriots win, and then that sets up the Celtics to potentially win. I know it's going to be rough, especially given the current climate of the NBA and trade rumors. But it could be potential to have a trifecta of like three major sports winning in the same year. That's
In the same city.
not done in the
Yeah.
same city. That'd be insane.
Well, that's. I mean, I don't.
greedy now.
I personally don't want
It's pretty
Boston
greedy.
to
Yeah.
be
It's
leveled.
Pretty greedy.
Yeah.
From the riots, the ruckus that will happen if all three teams win.
It could be a
I
riot
mean,
whether they win or lose.
the
Yeah, but they go
biggest,
crazy. They go
obviously
crazy
the
over there.
biggest wild card
Actually-
there is the Celtics trying to get to the finals.
Naturally.
Oh, the Celtics, yeah.
Why is there a Ram?
See what he's done there?
Because they're
I
trying
think
to.
there's a
Broadcast knows. They're trying to convert them. Get them.
Hypnosis.
I don't know, Fredo. I'm
What
gonna root for the Patriots because I got an extra grade
fucking
in
hell.
high school because of that.
Because
Are you
of
talking
the
about
Patriots?
Patriots.
But it doesn't mean anything anymore,
convinced
man.
I
What for you?
convinced
What does
my
that
teacher
mean?
I was like a super big Patriots fan, and she was like, "Yeah, you know what?
Not hard to do.
A for you."
And did that help you in life?
Wow, yeah, what a teacher.
I mean, not really. She wasn't a super great teacher. But
No shit.
Yeah.
You know what she should have been from the sound of things? She should have been a gym leader. It's like, oh, you complimented me? Here's a badge.
Yep.
Cool. Normally people got
But
to
I
fight
wouldn't
me,
learn
but
anything
I'll just
from
give it
that.
to you.
Just real quick, because the audience, I'm watching the chat, and
Yeah,
the chat's
they-
full of
yeah,
idiots.
yeah.
Idiot chat. Kyrie Irving's not leaving the Celtics. Stop saying it. And if he does go, he's not going to the fucking Lakers. He doesn't want to go play with LeBron again. He'll go to the fucking Knicks with KD and build a franchise there. But he's not leaving. Read the full comment of what he said.
the full comment.
He's not going anywhere.
Read the full
Wait, is
comment.
Maybe he'll go next year after. I mean, potentially he could go down the road. He's not going anywhere.
Wait, is Katie leaving Golden State?
There's a big
Possibly
rumor
teams.
that the Knicks liquidated all of their paid players like Porzingis
pay
to
some
make
people?
and Tim Hardaway Jr. The people that are making substantive money,
Yeah.
so they can bring in 2 max contracts next year, being KD and Kyrie or KD and Kawhi
So
potentially.
is Katie's contract up this year?
He's a
This
free
season?
agent next year, yeah. And there's no way that the Warriors are going to be able to offer max money to everybody that they have on their roster. And so a lot of people are saying Katie and Draymond Green don't get along, and
Well, fuck
Katie's
that,
already
drop
won a couple
Draymond.
rings there. Katie's already won a couple rings there, has no loyalty to that team really, and so they think he wants to go to LA or to New York.
Dude, Draymond's
I don't
head's
know.
too big for his
I
own
don't know.
fucking
All I know is
abilities.
Kyrie Irving gets up every day and puts green on, and until he's not wearing green, he's a Celtic.
Everything you just said is why Matt's going to the panic room.
I kind of wanted to
I was
leave
watching
right
him
now.
sweat right
And
here.
that'll be, and I won't talk about sports again.
He's
I
like,
promise.
he's like,
I don't wanna
Mickey
be
would never leave me. He would
wanna
go
be
away on a
Jack
trade
Sullivan.
deal.
I'm a fan of the Celtics.
His heart's fluttering.
We can move on.
Hear it quivering in
We
his
can move on to
chest.
nerdy stuff.
Do we-
I'm sorry if I called a dumbass an idiot. That's my apologies, sir or ma'am.
Can we do a super chat on the fly? Like, can we get the audience to pick who they think is going to win? Since we're talking about it, the Rams versus the Patriots.
Any new
You said yes.
podcast
Fly that
I'm
in
listening
down there.
to. Yeah.
I'm listening.
I listen to the
this one right
greatest podcast on earth, which is Off Topic. I listen
Oh,
to
that's a-
Who Weekly, which is the second greatest
Bias,
podcast
I would
on earth. And then I've been listening to this podcast called Monster, season 2, where they talk about the
Monsters?
Yeah.
about serial killers. This year they're talking about
Oh, monsters, yeah.
the Watchmen Duty killer.
Thought maybe
Which
like
one?
Monsters Inc. Like
The
really big
fucking-
fans of the
dude
movie.
in
And then you can
San
stop back
Francisco.
into Kingdom Hearts because Monsters Inc.
Stop, Matt.
What's his
This is
name?
Kingdom Hearts shit.
They never caught the
Zodiac?
Zodiac killer.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
It's all about in-depth.
I was
of
gonna
the
go with
Zodiac
Jack the Ripper. He was in San Francisco, right?
There are a lot of people think that Jack the Ripper went to America after ripping.
Jacques.
I want to go rip some
he ripped it
American
away.
He
assholes.
just did rip it and win. He's ripping assholes. He's like, let me get those fucking
Tearing
fat
ass.
fucking
Yeah, let me go get
Americans.
those
Let me tear them
Americans.
up. More meat.
So you guys played a lot of Resident Evil. You played a lot of
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, a lot of Resident Evil, a little
Kingdom
bit of
Hearts.
Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts. I went nuts with Resident Evil.
How many playthroughs
crazy.
now?
I went insane, too.
I'm in the middle
But
of it
not in a good way.
right now. I'm on my last main playthrough. It's my 9th playthrough.
That's like Spyro level.
You're getting there.
Yeah, but the difference is there's more game when you beat it, right? Like he beats it, it's over, and then just starts it over. I'm still doing things, you know what I mean? Like I still have achievements left to get. There's a goal there. Also, it's like a 3-hour game when you get used to it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it sounds like, oh my god, you played it 8 or 9 times, but like one Kingdom Hearts is probably longer.
I don't know
It's
how.
like a 50-hour game.
I don't
I'm
know
like
how
15
Jeremy
hours
Dooley
in,
does it.
so,
I don't. It's
yeah.
weird. It's a sickness.
We were talking about him in Australia. He must be killing himself slowly, or he has so much fucking energy. Like we would do the community meetups, exhausted, happy to do them, love talking to the people, and then we would all go to bed because we'd need a good night's sleep. Jeremy would he would be like, all right, cool, community meetup's over. Now the Jeremy meetup where we get drunk till 4 a.m.
Right.
happens, and then then he would have like an after party at a McDonald's for a while, and then he was in more stuff in the tour than anybody else. Like as far as like segments.
Yeah.
He was in all of them, I think, except for one.
Yeah.
And he had more energy than all of us.
Yeah.
The entire time. I don't know how he did it. He only slept like an hour a night and was hungover every day, and
not
still
only-
had just like an unlimited supply of energy.
That dude is a beast. He carries. But like, he also slept on the shower floor when there wasn't a bathtub.
Every night. It's
true.
Yeah. So not only was it like an hour, it was a tub hour, where the water would
hours
run.
could be
It was
different.
tough- it was
I don't know.
tough,
My
Jeremy.
choice, or there was no
That's his new
That's
thing.
his
He
drunk
gets
choice.
Tub
They're lush
Jeremy.
beds.
No, I know Tub Jeremy. He does that here. Usually, cat's there to keep him
When
warm.
there's no Tub Jeremy, there's shower floor hotel Jeremy.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I was like, surely you would wake up when the water goes cold. And he's like, it's a hotel. Water never
It
gets cold.
never
true.
He
gets
just
cold.
sleeps for like 8 hours under a shower.
It's
like a
so
liquid
warm
blanket.
though.
It's not bad. It's like,
Yeah, I'd sit there for 2 hours.
and also bonus, you could just piss yourself.
Yeah, it was great.
You know?
That's a dangerous game. If you start pissing yourself while you're asleep, you just might do it everywhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
I
you're
don't
not
wanna
covered
start
in warm water everywhere.
And it just washes right off you.
That's
Exactly.
what I
Matt, and you
want.
can't tell where the piss starts and the warm water ends.
And you don't want to know.
You really don't.
Damn,
it just
dude.
constantly just washes off.
You know what? You know what I want to say too.
Yeah.
That kind of bums me out. Fucking Lindsay didn't even have the baby. She ruined it.
Like you could have gone.
She kept me for
coulda gone.
nothing. Watch out.
It was.
They'll get you. Watch out, guys.
I saw more Gavin
Suck
Free
the life out
in
of
the
you.
last 12 days than I probably saw in the last 6 months of 2018.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was good.
It was
and
like
bad.
he was back again. Well,
It was
yeah, that
fun,
was the
man.
good and the bad.
Everyone gave it their all. It was super tiring, but
Audience was
rewarding.
amazing, but we should never do a schedule like that again. People
Yeah,
kept
it
going
was,
up to them like, "You guys look tired," and then when we went to go film, the Ghost show, forgot the name of the Haunter. Ezra was like, "What are you guys so fucking beat for? You guys look. Did you get any sleep last
Did
night?"
you kill him? Did you just
I
strike
want. It's like we did like
him in the
a
teeth.
24. This was our trip. We did a 24-hour flight to Australia. Got off the plane, checked into a hotel, went to a community meetup for like 4 hours. Went to bed, woke up, did an entire show. That's the most exhausting thing you'll ever do.
Yep.
Went to bed, got up, got on a plane from Sydney to Melbourne, got off the plane, checked into a hotel, went to a community
Back out
meetup.
to- yeah.
Did the community meetup for 3 or 4 hours, went to bed, got up, did the whole show, went to bed, got up, flew across the country to Perth, got off the plane, checked into the hotel, went to the community meetup. Got to bed at like midnight or 1 in the morning, got up, did the whole show in Perth, got back at midnight, got up at like 4 in the morning to fly across the country back to Sydney or back to Melbourne, got off the plane, checked into the hotel, did a 12-hour ghost hunt.
Yeah. You guys that stayed on, everyone but Fredo and I, like, you guys are fucking heroes, but... Like, Fredo and I, like, after the Perth show, it was straight back home. Like,
I didn't sleep because
I took like an hour nap, but like we had to be at the airport at 4.
We had like
to fly to Sydney to fly straight to Dallas.
30-hour travel time back.
Yeah, because the Dallas flight, we flew straight to Dallas instead of LA, so that was 16 hours, I think.
We only got half the fucking miles.
Yeah, we got half the miles.
Sometimes you get got.
I got all my miles.
On like, because you guys left over the holiday weekend.
Yeah. Also, it was a holiday.
So
weekend.
Monday was.
It was holiday there and holiday here, right? Because it's MLK Day here on Monday, and then I didn't know which holiday we were referring to.
That was
Australia Day, Saturday.
So, we were off on Monday. You guys weren't. And then because I
was off the ground.
No one was here. I did chores on Tuesday, so like Monday and Tuesday I slept till like noon.
Ugh. You know what? Cool. We fucking skipped Monday.
It was cool.
Yeah. Monday didn't exist.
Sunday night.
And landed Tuesday.
And went overnight and then skipped into Tuesday.
There was a moment, because I've been to every single trip to Australia as part of like Achievement Hunter since we've been going. The first time, Lindsay and I went to Australia for the first time ever for our honeymoon in 2014. But it was the first time ever for like a tour or some sort of event, RTX or whatever, where you guys went. And I was, you flew out on Saturday. Did you guys leave, or did you leave Sunday? Sunday. So it was like Sunday, and I was doing stuff over the weekend, and I'm like, oh yeah, like, oh, you guys were like slacking of like, hey, going to the airport, this and that, whatever. And I'm like, oh, they're heading out. Did whatever Sunday night, got up Monday, was taking care of stuff on Monday. Monday afternoon, I was doing shit. And then I sat down and I was like, they're still on the plane. I was just at my house. I'm like, I had a whole night, slept all night. I've had half a day. And I'm just like, they're not there yet.
Yeah, no.
They're going to get there and it'll be Tuesday.
And we'll be behind schedule somehow.
I was like tweeting over the course of Monday coming back, because that was the longest day I've ever lived. It was a 38-hour long Monday.
Yeah.
Whether it's a Monday or a Tuesday, it doesn't matter. It's a travel day, so it's all travel. But like, it's so weird to think about. Like, it was almost twice the length of a normal day.
It was insane.
Which was crazy.
It was nice, fun, though. And the shows were awesome, and the Australian audience was amazing.
Oh,
they were amazing.
It was so fun.
And there were people that came from all over too. Like, I met dudes that came from Japan. There were people that came from like.
Dude, ain't that far from Australia? That's the time to do it.
I think somebody came from like Tahiti or something. Like, there were people from all over the place. It was awesome. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things, like, at all, that we get to do is like RTX and events like this, where we get to meet the audience in person and like shake their hand, take pictures, and like thank them in person for like supporting us and watching the content that we have, and then like them thanking us for making the content and kind of letting them forget a
big
little bit of their day. Like,
everybody's jacking each other off.
We're all jacking each other off, but really, it's so cool.
Yeah.
That, when Fredo does this.
Also, I hope we'll get it. I hope we get a chance to do it again. To do the tour again, because I think after 9 Let's Play Lives, we finally have the show that we envisioned.
Yeah.
Like when Jack first had the idea, I think that what we did at Achievement Hunter Live in Australia is finally the closest thing to the realization of Jack's initial idea. And I love Let's Play Live. That's another one of our babies, but I would much rather do Achievement Hunter Live than ever do a Let's Play Live again. It's just so much tighter and more fun, and you get, like, selfishly, you're on stage the entire time. You don't have to share the spotlight. Like, that's the hardest thing, is to ramp up to do a skit and then sit down for 20 minutes and then ramp up.
That's right. We talked about it a couple weeks ago on Off Topic, with the last big Let's Play Live we did in Austin.
I was on stage for 5 minutes.
It was before RTX, so, like, everybody was here from Let's Play, which was awesome. But, like, I was just backstage getting Jeremy hammered because I was on stage, I think, twice, and I was just like, keep drinking, Jeremy.
Look at that photo. I had
that's a picture of us in Melbourne.
Melbourne, yeah. And I said it there in that moment, but I want to say it again. Adam and Clarissa and Patrick were phenomenal.
Yes.
Like, I'm usually not a big fan of any of those people, but I love those guys to death. Especially Adam, who we've been working with forever. But they were so awesome. Like, Patrick was predictive. Like, it was amazing. I'd be like, oh, can we get... And Patrick's like, were you about to ask for this?
Yeah.
And it's like Fuck, how did you know?
It was also awesome to do, like, you guys have done the tour before for Let's Play Live, but this show, being a little bit more streamlined, like half of it's kind of live action oriented, like sketching and stand up and improv and stuff, and the other half is a little bit more gaming oriented. And there's only one Switch, so there's one gaming console that we're all around, party games. So like it's easier to pivot.
Yeah.
And so what was kind of nice
It's about a tenth of the production cost, which is great.
Dude, I'm sure Adam Baird was like, oh my God, this is
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, it was awesome.
Like, that's it.
Usually
One
he's
screen.
just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he by far, I think there's no argument here, like has the worst job ever. Coming
sure.
to like Let's Play Live, like on stage.
He makes it look easy too.
He makes it look easy, but like the shit. Anytime we do like a spring break, like a family reunion, he's there 2 days before everyone else. He's got 50 things to unpack, hook everything up. Everything's gonna be like it's the most complicated shit ever. To then like, okay, my job's done. Now a bunch of fucking idiots are gonna come and like get drunk, and I gotta try not to break
Make it into a show.
If Let's Play Live takes years off of his life, Achievement Hunter Live put a few years back on.
Hopefully, yeah. But what I was gonna say is like the beautiful thing was we had like subtly different shows planned for the other two cities, but it was so cool to start with a plan, and then as we did Sydney, like we kind of changed it on the fly just before Sydney, and then Melbourne we learned from Sydney, and then like made some more changes, and then Perth we made some more changes again. So we likened it to a band on the road. Where like
tightening their set, and
we tighten the set. We focus on the things that are working. We focus on the things that we're enjoying and the audience is enjoying, and like and we hone it into this like really. It's kind of cool to be able to do that on the road.
Yeah.
Two of the highlights for me were definitely like the Sydney show was good, probably the worst. I mean, it was the least good of the three shows because we were getting better as we went.
Yeah.
But like after the Sydney show, the next morning we flew to Melbourne.
Yeah.
We all went and had lunch at like a little restaurant on the beach and. Just kind of impromptu, didn't really intend to, but started talking about what worked and what didn't, and then it was like the most productive lunch we've ever had.
What if we do this?
What if we do this? Oh, and then
started
everybody was feeding off of each other.
We started shifting things around.
Yeah.
And then like just mere hours before the Melbourne show, we essentially like totally reworked it. And I mean, it wasn't that substantially different, but it was tightened and sweetened in places, and it was. By the end, we had it down to a science. I wish we could do more than 3.
We sat there and we went, Sydney's good, and then we were just like, everyone sitting down there, and then out of nowhere, we just started talking about how we could make it flow better. And then that's exactly what we did.
The only thing that we didn't change, that we really couldn't change, that I think I would like to going forward, is probably not use theater mode anymore.
Yeah.
It worked okay, but it was a weird gear shift in the moment, and we were limited by some technical issues and not being able to hear the theater, hear the movie and stuff.
Audio stuff.
It still worked fine. I think the audience still enjoyed it, but it was definitely the hardest of the things that we did.
Yeah. Definitely.
Which weird, because theater mode live is awesome.
Energy change for
but
sure.
It's one thing though. Usually, theater mode is you're geared up for that. The audience knows.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing. Jeremy usually goes out there and hates on women in the movie. He's like, this woman's awful.
And the thing that I don't think that I was afraid people would have an issue with was we did a 3-hour show and we played video games 3 times in 3 hours, and nobody complained. Nobody was like, "Where's all the gaming?" This is Achievement Hunter. Like we were able to put. People were interested enough in the other things we were doing, like the improv you guys did,
or the stand-up you did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you. Or like Jeremy rapping or whatever off topic. That it was. We did. It wasn't. It was very different from Let's Play Live, just in that respect, where it wasn't just like game after game after game.
It was more intimate too, for sure.
As I referred to it while we were there, it's like we didn't need the controller crutch.
Yeah,
which was great.
But even like when we were doing gaming, it was still very heavily focused on like how do we kept asking ourselves like how do we engage the audience? How do we like interact with them? Like there was one, I think Melbourne was when we did the relay, so we're running and sprinting through there.
That was the worst decision we've ever made.
That was physically tolling for sure.
That's like the one thing Jeff told me.
But
like we made the worst decision ever.
Never
it was
again.
fun,
Yeah,
but
well, because
it was a
in
lot.
Sydney we did we did a Mario Kart relays with with beers, so you'd have to like drink a full beer.
It's a game attack show.
Yeah.
We basically
So then
did
we
that.
were like, oh god,
Don't drink and drive.
we're
Mario
like,
Kart.
this is the worst. Like, why did we decide to drink 2 beers? And we're like, fuck it, tomorrow, like the next show, we'll just do a relay race instead. No, we should never do that, ever, because we gave it our all. I thought everyone just kind of just kind of like jog it up,
launching up the
Dude,
stairs.
I see Jeff bolting around the corner. I was like, there's no fucking way I'm gonna let Jeff like try to outrun me in this shit. And so everyone is just like bolting like crazy.
He dropped all that weight, man. He's gone.
He's fast.
Yeah. He's been doing that cardio.
The problem is, I haven't run since I was in my 20s, and so in my head, I'm still the same person that I was in the army.
Yeah. Jeff, you're like 20 again.
Ugh.
You're 20 again. Same weight?
Taking it back.
You haven't been there in a while?
I guess
You
so.
ran,
Back.
Jeff?
What'd you say?
You ran?
I did run.
You did all
Never
sorts of
again.
things.
Never again.
You were clean shaven when you were 20, right? That's the last.
Yeah, I couldn't grow a beard till I was about 30.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
So
hope.
that's about, there's hope left.
Yeah.
I'm banging on 40 at this point.
You make it 40? Okay.
30 came and
I
went.
hit 30 in like 5 months, so maybe I just wake up and
Dude, you might like
happens.
Yeah, it's
Santa
just
Claus
one
shit
thing.
where you wake
overnight,
up.
overnight, grow that beard.
Then you also grow like 300 pounds.
Well, we don't talk about that.
Yeah,
Tim
that's
Allen will-
I'll get there.
unfortunate.
Watch out, Jack. Coming for you.
Damn.
Yeah, I think Alfredo might be tipping. He might just be like, fuck it. I'm just going to go in the other direction.
Give up.
No, I know.
Not give up, try more than ever.
Yeah.
Double down.
Go that way. you know?
Yeah, I mean, I knew
We're
I
all
could
losing
do it
weight.
because then we were running around like
Pendulum
crazy, like walking a bunch. You know, Trevor and I even did a little like 2-mile walk on the beach. It was like 120 degrees, but we did it.
Also, the hottest fucking day in Melbourne in
Yeah.
like 60 years
Both
or
days.
something. Both
Both
days we were
days.
there.
It was nuts. And you white people love to walk in the sun. That's
Hey.
some crazy shit.
You didn't have to come with
Yeah, I
me.
don't-
We went looking for
I don't know if
penguins.
that's true.
We did look for
We were looking
penguins.
for some
Matt,
hot
Matt's over there going, not all white people.
Whoa,
It's not,
relax.
it's not a fact.
So I mean, like I was doing all that. So I was more active than ever. And you know, Trevor went back home. He's like, dude, I dropped weight. You know, we've been
That
so
wasn't a good
active.
thing. I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, because you're trying to bulk up.
Yeah, well, I
Alfredo.
lost like
And
10
I,
pounds.
dude, I jumped on the weight and I was like, I gained 2 pounds.
I prefer, they haven't said it yet, but I prefer Alfredo.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Alfredo pie.
Alfredo.
Perfecto.
Yeah, just not eating enough while I was away.
Dude, I-
180, here I come.
You don't think about it because you're just.
Yeah, for the record, it's
Yeah.
such a joke. You are not anywhere close to fucking fat.
Getting there, though.
You're a
seriously,
you're a
say that now.
well-proportioned, good-looking dude.
Here's
that now.
the problem with that, Jeff, though. After a while, the line on the joke becomes blurred. He just gets big. It was a joke that I was a fat fuck for a while. And then I was like, oh, almost 200 pounds. So
I want you to gain every pound they have both lost together.
That's like, how much have you lost
Whoa,
already?
that's already-
Since your keto
Since
diet,
keto, I am down 26 pounds.
Oh man.
Since
Well, sorry, 196 to 160, 27 pounds.
27 pounds.
27.
From me not eating fast food every single day for a little over 2 months, I'm down about 17 pounds.
That's awesome.
Damn. That's awesome,
That's
guys.
great, dude.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's like, again, a lot of people ask me like, oh, what's your diet? And I feel bad, like, oh, you can't do my diet unless you already
Were eating
had an
like
awful
that.
diet.
Yeah.
It's simple. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That was it. And they're like, well, I already don't do that. And I'm like, well, I can't help it.
See,
See somebody else.
That's a diet I could jump right in, assuming I could ever stop.
Man,
People
Well,
want to
I
see
can't
Claire's story.
They will.
Okay.
We did it.
Gavin's
We
Gavin,
did it. I don't know when it's
Boy
going to come out,
24
but we did it.
is freaking out about
Who's
my
freaking out?
sunglasses.
Oh, if
Gavino
you're
Boy
like-
24.
Oh,
Take your
yeah,
sunglasses
it's a
off.
thing.
Look, it's a science experiment.
an
Trevor,
experiment.
explain.
Science, Trevor,
There's
yeah.
special
Oh, your eyes
glass.
I think somebody else in the chat had it right where I'm actually dead and I'm weekend at Bernieing right now and Matt's puppeting me like a normal human
Through his anus.
with your other arm.
With my-
Wait.
Let's just start here.
No, so what we got here
Okay.
going on, the scientific experiment. Whoa. Hey, how's it going, audience? So if you
Today-
see the reflection, you see the colors in there. That's because these are Enchroma glasses, and so like there's the colorblind glasses that we got from one of you fantastic fans at home on AWU. And so I'm putting them on because they recommend that you wear them for a longer duration over the course of like a week or two. I'm doing it all in a day. I'm just like, let's get it over with. Let's see if I can get cured. So I'm wearing them so I can bask my eyes in what you call regular vision.
Yep.
Because your eyes kind of soak in it and the colors kind of fade in. That Matt
we
loves
did-
that.
So he's calibrating his eyes right now.
We found out Trevor's never seen orange properly. We showed it to me and went, whoa! It's like, whoa!
It is what? We're like, what?
It doesn't look, it looks weird.
So these have like added a lot of red to everything, but now that my eyes are like kind of normalizing to that red, I don't see that. You know what I mean? Like if you wear gunner glasses or something, like with glasses with the yellow tint, like you take those off after like an hour, everything looks more blue. So what happens is I guess my eyes are getting kind of. Why'd you put orange on the screen?
But
You nailed it. You nailed it right there.
Dude, nailed
Give me that
it.
one.
His
Give me that
eyes.
color.
They're calibrating.
Give me another.
Yeah,
That's just
yeah.
me.
He needs like grays and greens.
Well, we did a control.
We did a test.
So
to figure out what was it? Deutron?
Was one of them. So without the glasses,
it's red.
Trevor did. We recorded a quick video. Trevor did it's like a color blindness test.
Yeah.
Where there's like different colors and there's like numbers hidden and it's like
see if you can find one of those colorblind dot tests and just throw it up here for the audience.
So he did that without the glasses and evaluated his vision. And now he's wearing the glasses. And after the podcast, he's gonna take it again, take another one, and see if he does better. His DEET levels were strong.
I had strong
very
DEET,
strong.
This is bad.
Which means I'm a Jedi.
I don't know about that.
No,
I said
metaphor.
he'd be great for Scientology. Check his DEET count. There's DEET. What was the other one? Like protein?
Protein?
He had
Protons
there was
or
like
something?
something with pteranons or something.
That was the worst
that-
one. He had none of that. That's like you see
that
like
was- it was
black,
good that
start
he
to see
didn't
black
have
and white.
Black and white with just like
It was just funny as hell because then he'd be like, you know, something would come up and there's supposed to be a number and he'd be like, there's nothing there. We're like, I'm wrong. there's definitely a number there. And he's like, I see some blurs and some colors
What I
and
took from it
blobs.
though was just like, it's funny to me if Trevor's like, obviously there's nothing there. He's like, I can't see it. I'm like, oh, I can see it. You're colorblind. Matt's outrage every time where Trevor would be
disbelief.
like,
I couldn't believe
it was acting like he was lying. Like, what are you, stupid? You can't see that? And I would just
Stop pretending.
I would say over and over again, like, Matt, he just can't see it. But Matt was treating it like, you fucking moron. Look at the number. I can't see the number. Look at it.
I was just befuddled. I was
was
like, really? It's pretty cool. It's right there. I don't get
There,
it.
stop
Can't see
lying.
that.
It's like, Matt, this is the control. We know the
God, you're
results.
dumb.
But that's blue.
It's too stupid.
Here, what I'm gonna do,
Oh my
I want everyone to see. Here, I'm gonna slap the glasses on you.
That's what I said we should do in the video.
Here.
Is put them over the camera.
I bumped
so then the
the
colorblind people watching, oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Dude, that's dark.
Damn, everyone, we all look the same color
It
now.
looks like
only-
Trevor's wearing sunglasses.
If only the world had that vision, then we'd all be the same color. There'd be no more racism.
So you guys were putting these
No,
on,
they'd be equal.
and you were saying they were basically the same.
They would just hate each
right?
other.
It's just like you're wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
It's about
Yeah.
That looked to me just like sunglasses when you put that on the camera.
yeah. For him, it's like he could finally see colors.
Yeah, you appeared.
It was crazy. It was just like,
Holy shit, you
Oh
were
my
right next to
God.
me the whole time?
what? You're brown?
Trevor was missing an entire race of people. He just never seen them.
Trevor's just like, oh my God.
Oh God.
I wish I knew this when I interviewed you.
Trevor's like, that's why people say Alfredo and I look alike.
That's crazy. Be like, oh, look, I would look at green long enough and the color would start to shift. I was like,
Well, that's just normal.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know what kind of percentage of people have colorblind. Like,
my colors don't
You
shift.
said like
Yeah.
When I look at
20%.
something, I don't.
I made that up.
know what he's talking about.
But like,
You
there
seem
are
confident.
certain shades, like this green right here. Like, if you go to the wide, this green right here is like super neon green. It's like super bright. It takes a certain shade. Like, I'm not super colorblind. Like, I can see all the different colors, but like, there are specific shades that, like, especially if it's by itself and I don't have any other color around it to help like compare it to like whatever.
Contrast?
Like, yeah, to contrast it. Like, I can watch it fade from like a brown to a red to a green or whatever, or like a blue to a purple and back and forth. It all depends on like what I think it is. Like, I can.
You said that was normal though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, there are
but
specific shades
eyes
like
will do
that do that. And then if I like slap up, like when I was in third grade one time, we were doing an art project, and there's like, I don't know what the fucking project was, but there was scraps of paper in piles for color. So there's like white, black, blue, green, whatever, all the way down the line. And for whatever it was, everyone needed white for like, I think the base, and then you put the things on top. So I was like, okay, we're all crowding around the pile of white. There's one right over here. Getting my own like white pieces of paper, and then I go off and get the other colors. I'm like, why is everyone getting white over there? And they're like, that's pink. And I hold it up, and it like just looks white to me. And then they slide in slowly, like a dramatic film. They slide in the white into my other hand, and next to it, I'm like, oh, that's pink. It's like sometimes like it just needs to be next to something.
That was the Shyamalan twist.
that sounds like a test, like for the teachers or the kids. Like, all right, I'm gonna put white paper here. Anybody that doesn't come here, you just lay into them.
Yeah.
They can't see shit. Matt was there. He's like, idiot. Third grade Matt's like, you stupid. You're dumb.
What? Wow.
Idiot. God.
Seems pretty fishy to me.
Sounds like it's been a really tough life, Trevor.
I'm not complaining. I'm not freaking out.
He fought his way to the top. He clawed his way out.
It's true.
Out of that white-looking barrel.
Well, I mean, he's never seen a pink slip. It's always just white.
Yeah. Whenever I race for pink slips, I never know.
Trevor just went, cool, is this a paycheck? I'll see you tomorrow. And they're like, you don't understand.
Here's the third one. It says pink at the top. So it doesn't look pink.
No, it's not though.
I'm just trying to paint a better picture because like you guys were all freaking out about like, what, you can't see this?
I wasn't freaking out. It's a thing. It's Matt was losing it.
That's
I'm
what I
just
mean.
like, okay, he's colorblind.
I was excited. It was interesting.
You're all flabbergasted by like, not, what does it look like? You're like, I'm just trying to paint the picture.
I'd love to see you paint a picture.
What do you think?
I painted
well, you used white paint for everything.
Yeah, all the hearts are white and it's
Very different.
you made orange trees.
That would be interesting. That would be another like control, right? To have you paint something and then like put the glasses on to see what the fuck it actually looks like.
I'm not that
I don't think he's that colorblind.
Not that colorblind.
Well, you got to use the dickhead colors.
Yeah, like puce.
Like
Ryan's favorite.
you said when you were doing the test, you're like, oh, well, now they've like locked on to what I can and cannot see, and they're fucking with me.
Yeah.
Use those
So
colors.
like we would have to find the ones flat out where like Trevor can't see this.
Is there like a
Talk to the
colorblind
customer
paint
service.
set you can order that's like?
I bet there is.
And
There's
it's
gotta
called,
be.
and there's a color on there that's called brownish, reddish, greenish, bluish, and it's just like it's like a khaki, and you have no idea like unless you actually see properly what it is. I'd do that. Then I'd paint some khaki trees.
Oh, gorgeous. They'd be happy khaki.
What was your favorite moment from the tour?
Oh man. Probably. Well, from the tour, from doing the show, my favorite moment of the show was always doing improv.
Yeah.
Because that's always unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. You're working with two other people on stage. They're very creative and inventive, and so you end up with like these sketches that are like out of the blue and always like they're always very entertaining to me and very funny to be a part of. But ultimately, I'd say like just performing for the audience, like getting to meet them, but then also like that's something I realized. I was waking up one morning getting ready and like I was realizing that was a piece that's kind of missing. And we have the comments and we have like live chat and stuff and we have likes, dislikes and stuff. But like that's the piece that always misses us when we put out a video. It's different at RTX or AH Live where you get to hear them laugh back or that you get to hear them kind of interact with you and you shout out to them like, hey, tell me, like people that chat twice in the past 2 days, raise your hand because that was a thing we did. But like just having that intimate but like very direct interaction is super fucking cool.
Yep.
How about you, Alfredo?
I mean, That's it.
Macca's?
I feel you, man.
Macca's 2 in the morning?
Dude, I gotta-
Hit up
oh.
that midnight Macca's.
I'll get to why it was a bad idea to try and keep up with Jeremy and drinking in a second.
Yeah, I saw that.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I say aside from the improv was that when we did Africa.
Africa was pretty great.
Yeah,
Especially,
There's video footage of that Gavin took, and it was just like it was
so cool.
such a
was
moment.
that in Melbourne that we did? Or
Perth was the
Perth and
last.
Sydney.
Perth was where we
Africa.
did the second Africa. That moment, the being on stage, that moment was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just great because it was like Perth
We were in Bonnaroo.
Perth knew that this was like the final stop of the tour, so they brought it all, and they were like so engaged, and everyone was singing.
They
and
did that thing where they all stomped their feet.
Yeah, they're like,
And the
was on
whole
them.
place was shaking. That was all
Yeah.
there it is. There was a video.
So in the video, if you cut to that, like,
And, like,
there's
the
that
venue
upper
was-
He's about
balcony.
to-
The venue's so cool.
When
Yeah.
he jumps into the crowd, it gets so
Just
cool.
let the whole thing play. It's so fucking cool. But yeah,
Gavin's using his 360 cam that he
Yeah.
just got.
and up on that balcony that Fredo was talking about, or Jeff just then was talking about, that's where they were stomping. 'Cause instead of like applause, they were like stomping, and it made this like raucous thunder.
It was.
And it was so cool.
It's also so cool that Gavin has that camera.
Yeah.
It's so smart that it edits itself out of the image.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
like,
So
it looks
it's
like he's
editing
holding
the
the
pole.
nut.
He's
Wow.
holding a pole in his hand, and it edits the
You see
pole.
the shadow,
out.
right? In the
Yeah.
like, but
That
there's
is
no pole.
fucking
looks like a
cool.
wizard.
Wait
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
he does like
Holy shit,
when
that's
he pans
awesome.
out.
It's the cool, like it was such a great moment, and then Gavin just being
Look at
the
that.
fucking
Gavin
awesome
being
person.
Gavin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Makes it look even
Wow,
better.
that's awesome.
I didn't
yeah.
realize there's a guy in the aisle there.
You know, the cool thing about this, Gavin was telling me, is that it has all the recorded footage, so you can just choose which sides of the footage you want if you want.
And
to.
what aspect ratio and everything.
Yeah.
Like at 360s, all of it, and then
You have complete control of like what you want in the edit.
Yep.
That is really
watching like that's about 1,600 people. Watching 1,600 people all sing Africa together was fucking
It
fun.
was great.
It was really
The energy
cool.
was awesome. Trevor's playing the flute.
I was doing the flute solo, and then I stopped, and Jack got upset.
Yeah,
so
but
I
you can see in the
continued.
top there.
It was hard to hear because the crowd was like singing so loudly, and like he was like flute solo, and I had no idea what he said. I was like, what?
It makes it look like it looks like a proper like rock and roll concert.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
So it was just, I don't know, it was just such a great moment.
Dude,
it was such good vibes, and everyone was there to just have a good time, and then we all had a good time.
Watching this footage, it looks like
That's such a good shot
I can
right there.
imagine like a little Dinklebot flying around. filming
Yeah.
this. Like I'm just, it's like I'm watching a sci-fi movie and you're watching something flying around. That's actually really cool.
See, I saw Fredo. I saw you doing that and Gavin doing that, and so I started doing that too. And like, and then the audience started trickling in.
Sorry,
and then, like,
you just start seeing more and more people doing it.
Yeah.
I have a great video
Good.
of everybody doing the hand wave at the end, and then Alfredo just goes, and it looks like the end of like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah, you airdropped to me.
Can you please boost the audio where Jeff's like elbow like
Yeah,
shattered?
it cracked.
It cracked.
Oh yeah,
Hold on, let's see if I got.
Are you talking about just now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Mine-
no,
mine
I,
just went.
I said to him as well. I heard.
it's not good.
To
It's
be
not
fair,
good.
mine do that
Well,
too.
all the fat was holding it in place. So now that it's
Right.
gone away, it's just like busting through all the cobwebs.
My insulation's gone, so you can hear it now. I had sound dampening before.
Well, Jeff, we answered, but I'd love to hear what your.
Oh, I
favorite
never
moments
have an
from
answer
the
for
tour-
those questions.
I mean, I can answer for you.
I think I faced adversity in two arenas that I really was happy about. Like I had, it was exciting to do stand up again. It's all gonna be stand up related, obviously, because I'm super fucking egotistical and full of myself. But I had only done it 3 times, and I had done it like to like 10 people, and then like maybe 100 people, and then like maybe 300 people. So to do it for the first time in 7 months to 2,000 people a night, almost 2,000 people a night was. I mean, I was thinking about it. I watched the most recent David Cross special not too long ago when he filmed it in Austin in Paramount. I know the capacity of that place is 1,200 people. So like, and that's about the average size. So it's like bigger than your average Netflix comedy special crowd. Which is pretty intimidating to do, especially when you've only done it a handful of times. But I had a heckler. Everybody made too much out of the heckler in the first one when I was the rustiest. And so I've never faced that before. And if anybody in Achievement Hunter should face a heckler, it's me. Because I would be the biggest hypocrite on earth if I didn't, because I'm a dick. And so that was a fun experience to like be on the other side of that and have to deal with it. And I actually kind of enjoyed it. And then I would say, so my best experience was the Melbourne stand-up. Because I have like a 5-minute stand-up bit that when I was able to stretch it out to 10 minutes. And it was just perfect in Melbourne. And then in Perth, I think it was actually better, but at the beginning, I got caught up talking to the audience, which is something I got to remember not to do. Because I'm so used to a give and take with like Q&As and stuff.
Right.
But when you're doing prepared work, I started to talk to some girl who was getting excited. And then I was like, oh fuck, what was I talking about? I hit a wall. I drew a complete blank. I didn't know where I was in the stand-up. And I was like, how do I recover from this? And then I did, and it was very good. I felt very good about it from that point on.
You should. Because you handled it like seamlessly. None of those things came across.
Thank you very much.
The wall or the heckler, like you handled it all very, very well.
But so that was on a personal level. It was like, oh, this is what I do when this happens. And now I have that experience. Now I know what it's like to completely draw a blank in front of 2,000 people in prepared remarks and how to find my way back to it. I know how to handle a heckler. So those were great. But I'd have to say the Melbourne stand-up was just like, and I got there and it was old material and I thought, I'm going to try to write a joke for Australia. I didn't do it in Sydney. So I wrote it between Sydney and Melbourne. And I thought, can I sit down and write some material this fast and put it into a stand-up that makes sense? And I was able to. I felt like I was able to with the Starbucks stuff. And so that was cool. It was a cool experiment.
It looked, especially in Melbourne, just because they had the haze going, like it looked professional. It looked like you were at home on the stage. And so like it never read that you were rusty or that like you were brand new at it. So I was like, we were all very impressed. Like you fucking killed it.
Thank you, man.
On the stand-up.
It's weird because it's the same amount of people we do off topic in front of or theater mode or whatever or Let's Play Live, but it's a totally different world to be reciting something in a prepared way by yourself than it is to just be in an ensemble.
It's
like
different
dicking
than
around.
our normal content.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Matt, what was your favorite part?
The You play a lot of Resident Evil. I like that.
Not getting made fun of for like 2 weeks.
Well,
It was great. You came back and immediately like destroyed my desk.
Yeah,
It didn't take that long.
Yeah, I didn't moonball his desk once because it was just like
It was.
it would be a dick move. It was just me and Matt, and I'm just messing his desk up. Then you all came back, started messing his desk up, and I was like, I'll mess his desk up. And I did.
It was too much fun. I said an hour. It explodes like a pinata.
Yeah, I mean,
just
Matt
gotta keep hitting it.
Matt even had like Andy to make fun of. I mean, he didn't really, but
Well, I mean, I don't want to put him down too much further.
yeah, he's already in a dark place. But
Matt's kind of like, do you know in Succession the sister's husband who always shits on he gets shit on constantly.
Greg.
So he shits on Greg. That's Matt and Andy.
yeah. God, I want to talk to you about that.
I need to
show.
catch
You
up. I
gotta
need to finish
catch
it.
up.
I need to finish
There's
it.
so many moments. There's one moment with that dude.
I'm halfway through the
I
season.
can't
I just
remember
need to
that.
finish
I
it.
can't remember her boyfriend, fiance. Are they engaged? I don't remember.
The dickhead guy?
Yeah.
They're engaged.
Okay,
He
that's right.
proposes to her in
That's
like
right.
the second episode.
So I can't remember his name, but like there's a fucking episode with him.
Tim
that's
or
just like
Steve or something?
unfucking believable. As I was watching it, I was like, I gotta talk to Jeff about this. It's funny. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Okay.
But that show
I'll
is
try to
so good.
I'll try to
Succession.
finish it this weekend.
Loved it. I love that show. I'm excited for season 2. I'm also excited about today's sponsor. It's Blue Apron. Food. Eat it. I love it. I eat it 3 days a week. This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Blue Apron. Looking to switch up your cooking routine? Start this year off fresh with the help from Blue Apron, your secret to easy meal planning. Choose from a variety of plans, including their kid-approved family plan, vegetarian plan, or brand new WW Freestyle plan. Learn how to poach, saute, and chop like a pro, all from the comfort of your own kitchen. Blue Apron really does give you a better way to cook. Their chef-designed recipes use fresh, seasonally inspired ingredients. Blue Apron's website and mobile app make it easy to plan my meals each week, and I never have to worry about last-minute trips for forgotten ingredients. You can cook awesome meals like pork chorizo burgers, garlic caper chicken, or crispy chickpea grain bowls. Blue Apron takes out all the hassle of cooking. Each meal comes with easy-to-follow recipes and are perfectly portioned with all ingredients required. That's like my favorite thing. Not only is it a food delivery service, like here's your dinner, comes right to your house, but it's like the finer things, right? Like the little details, like if I make burgers at the store, I go buy meat and then I slap them together. But they give you all the little extra seasonings, the extra spices, the stuff I wouldn't bother just from a time perspective. Like that's like 5 different aisles just to get everything.
If you do buy it, you end up with way too much of one thing, and then you're like, fuck, I didn't need all this lettuce, and then it goes bad. Or you have to figure out a way to like reuse it later. And whereas it's all just perfectly proportioned.
It's perfectly proportioned and portioned. Like I said, I use Blue Apron. I eat it 3 times a week. I get 3 meals a week. I'm having it tonight. Look at that. What I'm having tonight. I'm having the 3 cheese and lemon pasta. It's the last meal I have left.
What kind of cheese
week.
is that?
That is. I went to look up. It's a picture, so I don't know. I took a picture.
It looks like it might be feta.
I took a picture of the app.
You do you, man. But...
Dude, I love any kind of cheese. You don't like the white cheese. You know what? You don't like it though? You open the app. I don't want that meal. Just pick the other meal. Super easy to use. I pick my meals. You can go like a month out, like 6 weeks ahead. You can pick all the orders, of the options that they give you. Super good. I love it. We've been using it for like 2 years now, at least. Best part about Blue Apron is learning how to cook recipes I wouldn't even think to try before. Check out this week's menu and get $60 off at blueapron.com/offtopic. That's blueapron.com/offtopic. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
You got me excited talking about that chorizo pork burger.
Dude, they got so many different burgers. There's a lot of different burgers that come through. And again, it's like always like either it's a different meat or it's a different cheese. There's some kind of like extra flair to it. It's nice. It really does save you the trouble of coming up with something that's interesting, to not just eat the same thing every single week or whatever. They just keep popping up new recipes, so
that's cool.
It's good. I honestly enjoy like picking it out. Like I'll get excited like 4 weeks from now. I'm like, I can't wait till that beef bowl gets here.
I'm gonna rescind it. My favorite part about it is that I'm back now and I don't have to have the conversation of like, hey, I need you to do this, and I go, I'm in Australia, and they're like, still? Everybody in the company hit me up in the last week and they're like, "What do you mean you're still in Australia? How are you still in Australia?" It's like I'm still working, man.
You're not taking a vacation.
But like that was like 2 weeks ago. Like no
You're
shit.
not jacking off. I mean, maybe you are, but like you're not.
I didn't jack off once the entire time.
Whoa, nice, dude! Fucking ace.
Just didn't come up.
Fucking aces, man.
These glasses
Kept it
are
in. Kept it in.
I don't know who that's.
I was like,
Who am I now?
Chorizo cheddar burger is crazy crazy Jiven's family's favorite.
Chorizo's big here.
Do you know that D-Dog 0928 likes garlic?
I like garlic too.
Dude, garlic is fucking good stuff.
Garlic too.
Garlic fries, garlic bread.
Dude, I had the other day.
Garlic sauce.
Just
So
eat garlic.
good.
It's good. One of the other
Garlic cheese sticks.
Oreo?
Oh,
I had like a deluxe
fat guy.
grilled cheese the other day.
what is that even?
Well, it was like grilled
Like
cheese with
like meat,
bruschetta,
tomato, and
it was like
okay,
bruschetta and a couple other like toppings and stuff thrown on there. But it was like a big boy grilled cheese. I was excited to get home and eat my grilled cheese sandwich. I was like,
Anytime.
it was good. I think it was like Fontina.
Fontina's good cheese.
Yeah,
That's good cheese.
Eating good.
I ain't pulling that out of my fridge.
You get a Jeff will give you a double thumbs up on the Fontina cheese.
Okay, so that one's in the clear.
Jalapeno garlic chorizo. That sounds delicious. Thank you, Mike.
Now you're just making me
and,
hungry,
whatever.
Dude, since I've gone on my diet too, I will say the other like awesome part about it is like my love for food has gone up so much. Like eating one big meal a day, I'm just like, dude, I'm so excited to go home and eat food. You know, where normally it's like, oh, what's that? I'll shove that in my mouth. When you just eat everything around you, you don't realize it because you're eating whatever you want whenever you want it. But like you start to lose the like the excitement of it, of like, this is good food I'm getting to eat.
The pleasure of the eating experience.
Right.
I don't appreciate it.
I went to Vince Young's Steakhouse last night.
Ooh, nice.
Only thing I ate the entire day. I was like, dude, I sat down. I was like, I'm gonna get appetizers. I'm gonna get a salad. I'm gonna get bread.
So-
ate everything. It was amazing.
Are you intermittent fasting then? Is that what?
I mean, I won't even go so far as to label it because I follow nothing.
You dabble.
I try my best to not. I don't eat breakfast, and I have protein shakes. So if I get hungry during the day, I just drink the protein.
So you're just calorie counting. That's just
So I try.
OG diet, right?
I just try to not eat lunch,
Sure.
basically, and I just drink a protein shake. So I still like. I don't want to lose muscle.
Yeah.
Lose protein.
Yes.
And I'm like, you know, I'll eat tons of meat. You know what I mean? Like, when I do eat, I don't go like, okay, now I'm gonna portion control this. I go, I haven't fucking eaten today. I'm gonna eat whatever I want.
Yeah.
And then I just eat a lot of it. I just try to have like, you know, like I said, I wasn't worried about the steak last night for dinner, and then I had like pork tacos and quail for appetizers.
Ooh, quail.
Yeah, it's like I don't, you know, I'm not like a huge quail person, but again, I was like sticking with the meat. It was the pork tacos and the quail, or get a cheese board. And I was like, listen, I love the cheese board, but I'm just gonna fucking sit here and eat a plate of cheese. I know that game. Okay,
Yeah.
a pound will disappear like that. I'd rather eat meat. So, Matt's going for it.
Matt's split splashing.
Oh boy.
It smells of whiskey now.
I can't, man. I was like I said earlier, I was trying to keep up.
This is a dumb idea for
with
me.
Jeremy during the
Go for it.
during the community meetups and stuff like that. And Jeremy and I were doing like 10 shots of.
He would
the
check-
community-
Yeah,
Jeremy-
no, it's a lose. You can't keep up with him.
Insane.
He got they
Lose.
once
All
again.
lost.
Bruce Lee fucking hates me for some reason.
Yeah.
Once again, everybody gets fucking cash cards with like here's like there's like here's,
Once
here's
again,
a cash
they
card
gave it to us like 2 years ago. It's the same card.
for you to. It's a new card, but they're like
No,
here's
I
your
got
cash
my card. It was new.
And
they
they're
give
like,
us
so
all
this
cards.
is you get
Come
like
on,
I don't know like $500 or whatever, and that's for your food allowance and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy spends all of his on shots for the audience. Like everywhere he
Like
went, he's
half,
like,
you both
shots
half
on
of it
Jeremy.
on like
Yeah.
like
awesome.
the first
Which was
trip, which
awesome.
is Sydney. He like blew half of it.
And I go, once again,
shots.
I asked for my cash card, and they're like, oh yeah, you don't get one. I'm like, but
Nice.
what do I do? And they're like, well, use your company
It
card.
goes
I'm
on
like,
your
but I don't have a
canceled
company
company
card.
card.
anymore. And they're like, yeah, fuck
card?
off.
I got my
guess
cash card in my
Don't
wallet.
eat or pay out of pocket.
All right.
A little bit of
Yeah.
both.
Which is okay.
I think I saved the company money. I didn't finish my cash card. Didn't go blowing through some shots. As much as like so the second night we had the second community meet up there in Melbourne. It was perfectly like a gradient from like sobriety to Jeremy. Like, because it was me like out here where it was a little quieter because my voice was starting to go.
Yeah.
And so I was talking with people, hanging out, getting pictures. Like, You know, how's how they going? And like going through the threshold of the party room, you got Fredo right on the other side of the door, hanging out with people, like talking about like his aspirations, like how he wants to grow streaming here, like what's up, like just hanging out once again. Like he's had some shots, but he's keeping it together.
I'm loose.
Yeah, you're loose, but you're you're holding it together. And then you go a little further in, and that's where like the color lights are, and Jeremy's up on a stage. Like,
Jeremy's like, monster truck!
getting people to sing SpongeBob theme songs and shit, and like he's sending people back out of the room to like, Trevor, he needs you. You have to come in here.
Yeah,
and, like,
Jeremy was hammered trying to get Jeremy to come in.
I got a text from Jeremy at 9 p.m. that said, Jeff, it's Jeremy. I need to talk to you. It's important. And I go, huh? And while I'm reading that, he goes, this is not a drill. It's an emergency. And I go, okay, what's up? And he goes, we need you here to do a shoey of Diet Coke stat. And I just said, ha 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 ha. No.
Then he forgot he was talking to you anyway.
Then 1 second later,
the poor volunteers were blasting each other. They're like, Jeremy desperately needs you. And I'm like, no, he doesn't. I'm not going in there because like I'm way too sober at this point to go. I didn't drink it all because like I'm trying to save my voice for the show and for meeting everybody. But like it was only going to exacerbate the problem. I go in there, it's noise, it's drinking, and it's like I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was Sydney. That was the first community meetup, and I realized that everyone wanted to go. I think it was like with Jeff and Jack who were gonna do pizza. So I was like, I mean, no one's gonna back Jeremy up. I'll go.
Had a pizza.
I'll go do it.
It doesn't count.
At Frankie's in
You
Sydney.
weren't in America.
I just like that place. There's a bar restaurant in Sydney we always go to called Frankie's. It's like pizza, and then they have like a secret bar, and they have like fucking drunk Australians are always like having cover bands and shit.
It was the time to do it. It was then.
I did, yeah.
So I made the call to go back and back up Jeremy. So I go there, and then Jeremy stumbles out of the bathroom, and he hasn't seen me yet. He's like, "Where is Alfredo here?" And I was like, and then I was like, "Uh-oh!" And that was a one hell of a night.
Dude, doing live stuff with Jeremy and fans is amazing. Yeah. I think it was the last live week we did. Last year, we did Off Topic Live. Jeremy and I got hands.
I heard about that.
Yeah. Dude, we made so many good videos like on people's phones.
Damn. You know what I just forgot? Fucking Jeremy vlogs. This was back when Bernie was still vlogging and stuff, and I think Ellie was vlogging. Like, it got to a point he'd come off topic, trashed, grab the Yahoo camera, and be like, here, Jeremy. I was like, if you're gonna film everybody, why don't you just turn it back on yourself? Just do Jeremy vlog. And he's holding it out, he's like narrating what's happening, and he's accosting people with questions next door.
Never accost.
Also, special thank you to every single person in Perth who came out, because that was a big contentious thing trying to get us to be able to go to Perth. People, like a lot of people thought it was a mistake for us to go, and that they didn't have the audience there to support us. And no offense to Sydney or Melbourne, who were both awesome, but the Perth audience kicked ass.
They brought it.
And stomped on that ground.
Myself, Trevor, Gavin, we were like, oh, we don't want burgers. We should just go. And we just left. We just left them there at the burger place.
You missed out. It was awesome.
And so we're like, oh, let's go back to the hotel. There's like a rooftop like bar restaurant. Like, we don't want burgers. Let's go do that. We went up there. We're like, Trevor's looking at the menu, looks at us, and he goes, all they have is burgers. We're like,
there's like a burger and like bar food, snacks and stuff. Yeah.
Instead, we went to go have sushi.
Burgers are lifesavers. I'll be honest.
They're great.
We had like 3 burgers by that point.
It's just like whenever you're in like areas unknown, literally like country, location in the country. Sometimes there's like, there's the downtown, which have restaurants everywhere, or sometimes you're out in the middle of fucking nowhere because it's like, hey, this is where the hotel is and this is where the venue is, or something like that for some reason. Especially with like Haunter, like most of the time we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. So it's like, you're lucky if they've got like a fucking Fridays or something nearby.
Fox's Pizza Den.
Or Fox's Pizza Den, awesome fucking pizza. But like any hotel with a restaurant, like either like a dining restaurant that maybe doesn't do room service, but it's on like the first floor, or like room service, it's just like most times, 8 out of 10 times, like, oh, thank God there's a burger, because it's really hard to fuck up a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
it really
if you just
is.
get like, this is a burger with cheese on it, and then add whatever you want. And it's just like, The number of cheeseburgers I've ordered from a hotel room, and I've just been like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
That was another
menu.
that was another really fun thing to do, is like to go to group lunches and dinners together, and everybody try to steer Jack away from hamburgers to eat other kinds of food. Watching Jack have to sit through that Chinese restaurant we ate.
Oh, well, yeah.
It was fucking great.
No,
everybody's like,
Chinese food.
everybody's like,
Trying
oh,
to
it's
kill
fucking
him.
great.
That
Everybody's
would
loving their
fuck
food.
him
Jack's just
I mean,
like,
that would fuck
alright,
me
well.
up too. I couldn't do anything there.
You and Jack, Matt had a couple comments while
Chicken
you were
and rice,
gone.
dude. How can you not eat
Dude, it
that?
was while you were gone. It was whatever we had for lunch, like the Monday lunch, and I don't remember what the fuck it was. It was some sort
It
of
was
like
green plate maybe.
it was like almost
I don't
Chinese
remember.
food. I didn't eat it, of course.
Yeah.
What am I eating lunch? But Sarah said what it was, and everybody in the room, you know, the leftovers that were there, were like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I was like, hey, you know me, I don't eat. And Matt's like, guess we'll go get a burger or something like that. And I was like, Matt, Jack's gone. All right, you don't have to fill in for him. And it was just like, not pizza or a cheeseburger. I don't want it.
Jack was like,
I ate Panda.
Wow, look at him.
Wow.
Matt's eating
Raw
Panda
chicken
Express
Panda
now.
chicken
Bread.
nuggets with some sauce on it and rice. White
Never-
rice.
Dude.
I don't like the sauce.
Dude, they're crazy. So
Sauce
there
aside.
was,
Shrimp,
I
too. That
forgot about
shrimp's
this.
so good.
There was a fucking funny moment. We got Panda Express,
Oh, yeah.
and it was just because we were doing Resident Evil all day. Sarah's like, I'll get lunch. So it was me, Matt, Andy, Lindsay, and Jaren. Because Jaren was glued to that room the whole time we were there. He was like running the sound, recording everything. He was awesome.
Boy.
I like Jared.
He's
yeah,
great.
Jared's
You should say hi
awesome.
to him.
He's good people.
So Sarah would come in and be like, "Hey guys, you know, what do you want for lunch?" And they picked Panda, and Matt got like a shrimp, like what was it, walnut shrimp or
Yeah, it was
something
like
like
honey
that.
walnut. shrimp.
That shit's good.
Yeah, I
Lindsay got
never
whatever
had
she
anything
got.
before that I liked. So I tried it.
And Andy ordered. He was like, "I don't want to eat too much because if you get the large a la cartes, which Matt got, they're fucking huge. From
Yeah.
Panda Express, like, and it's just meat. You know what I mean? So it's a filling entree." But Andy, the order gets there and they're just cycling through or whatever, and Andy's like, "Is this mine?" And he pulls it out, and his like whole lunch, I think he got the Beijing beef. I don't remember what he ordered. He pulls out a box. It's like this fucking big. It's like fucking 3 ounces or something. He's like, "You look bigger in the picture." And I go, "Hey, jumpstart that diet though." It was the funniest fucking moment when everyone, and Matt's over here like, "Oh," he's got the giant
It was-
fucking
it
box.
was huge.
It's
It was, like,
overflowing,
really
and
big.
Andy's like the box was like half the size of this can. It was fucking minuscule. And he's just looking at it and he's like, he goes,
Bigger in the picture.
he's like, he opens it up as he's walking out of the streaming room to go to the other office, and he's like, "I don't even know why I'm going. I'm going to be done before I get to my desk." I think it may have been 4 or 5 bites of.
Oh, I saw him tweet that little.
It was
little
really,
big box.
really fucking funny.
His tweet was just, I gotta be honest, it looked bigger on the site.
That's what he just kept saying. Their small to large is enormous. The ratio. It's like
Yeah,
beep,
it-
and then,
it
"Oh
really
my
is.
God, I've gone too far."
There's like places like Whataburger where it's the opposite of that, where you'll be like, "Yeah, I think I'll just go with a small or like a medium," and they give you like a 44 ounce, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's Jack in a Box with
if
their
you,
drinks.
quote unquote, what a size, you'll die.
Yeah.
What a size
never heard
is,
of that.
that's their super size. Yeah, it's what a size.
What a
So, like
size.
their
yeah.
regular drink, which I don't know if it's their medium, I don't know if it's their large, whatever
Yeah.
you get with like a number.
I think it's a medium.
It's fucking enormous.
Yes,
I mean, it's fucking
it's huge.
Now, to be
It's
fair,
really
it
big.
is 40% ice.
there's Andy's little cup.
It's you can't even tell from that
That's a
picture.
fork.
Like again,
That looks like a
it's
decent meal
like
from that
this
picture.
tall.
Half a Coke can high.
But I'll never do it for the drinks because I don't need that much fucking soda. But like sometimes if I go to Whataburger, and I always get the onion rings. Their onion rings are phenomenal. I get those over the fries.
Whataburger's so good.
Whataburger is amazing.
No, I'm getting
But
it.
like sometimes Matt knows. Sometimes I'll be like, "Fuck, what a size my onion rings." You know, because it's just a big box. But then they give you a bucket of soda.
Yeah,
It's like a painter's bucket. Like, here you go. It's crazy.
they give you a 3-liter bottle of Coke and draw a W on it.
Yeah.
They just go, here you go.
What a human.
They give you a gallon
seltzer.
of
It's roughly
seltzer
says
and then
the
hand you
salt.
the syrup. And they're like, "Here you go, you make it yourself." It's crazy. The
Damn.
drinks are fucking absurd.
Yeah.
I like make a point where I won't finish them. I have to get up and dump this out. Because if it's there, I'll just drink it.
Keep
you
sipping
know what I mean?
away,
I'll just
yep.
keep sipping it. That's why I went with the water coolers in my house. And it works amazingly. If they're there, I drink water. Just because it's like, well, I'm thirsty, I could get a soda, but that's work, or I could get the water that's right there, and I know it's better for me.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, the last 2 years, I've just been I've probably drank more water in the last 2 years than my entire life, like, previous to that. Because we got them for Iris to make bottles. And it was like, I got to use filtered water. The filter on my fridge the water dispenser doesn't work on my refrigerator. And I didn't want to deal with, like, either getting a filter on the faucet, because that's like
those go bad pretty quick.
They go bad, you got to change them a lot. Plus, it's not cold. It doesn't keep it cold. What I grew up with is we always had like a Brita pitcher. You still got to change those, but at least it's like it stays cold because you fill it up. But then it takes fridge space. So I researched it, and my brother has a water cooler in his house. And for the longest time, I was like, I'm going to get one. I finally got one. And it, like, no joke, like not an exaggeration, like changed my life. Like completely changed my like drinking habits of soda to water. So like I loved it so much because we had it on the first floor. I got one on the second floor because that's where like I play video games and shit. And I was just like, I'm getting the water delivered anyway. I'll just split the bottles between the floors. Like once you buy the unit, like that's the investment. You know what I mean? The water, it's cheap enough to get it delivered to your house. But if you want to save even more money, I mean, you can just get them from like Walmart or HEB or whatever. They sell the 5-gallon bottles.
Refill and all that.
Right. So it's just like it just feels so much better.
Is there? I think you mentioned this when you first got them. I don't know if you've done this before or done this yet or not. Can you wire? I don't know. Like, can you hard plumb it? Like, can you get a water line to it?
There might be some that you could do that, and then you would have to.
If you were near a bathroom or something, so you could tap off of it, would make sense.
Well, I mean, also a kitchen.
The
kitchen would make sense.
Yeah.
Because even still, that's work. You're not going to have those lines. Refrigerator is the easiest, 100%. Because if you've got a refrigerator with a water line, there is literally a hose already plugged into your refrigerator. Because what I did was, with my refrigerator, even though the dispenser doesn't work, it's just the refrigerator. Like the line's all hooked up and everything. So a couple of years ago, Lindsay drinks coffee like a fucking fiend. I bought her a commercial grade Keurig coffee maker, because like we had one for a while and it shit the bed, so we got a new one and it like basically came broken. So I sent it back, but sending it back, I realized it was still like just that one model, you know what I mean? Like it's broken, get another one. But I was like, fuck it. Like that soured me enough where I wanted to get one above that.
Yeah. So
I sent it back and then bought like a bigger one. It still only does 1 cup, but it's like industrial or like commercial size, so it heats it faster, it dispenses it a little quicker, and it has the option for a water line.
Nice.
So I ended up just like on Amazon, just buying the parts to cut my water line in my refrigerator.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can move it, but I do want to get a new fridge one day.
You can just tee off of
exactly.
it.
I want to get a new fridge one day, and I don't want to then not have the water line, so I just said fuck it, and I got all the parts to just cut it, tee it, and then I just hooked it up. And it's like, I've literally never thought about it for like 2 years.
That's kind of nice.
If you drink coffee, it is an insane convenience. It's an insane convenience for me, and I don't really drink coffee because Lindsay drinks coffee. So still, not drinking coffee, every day of my life, I deal with the water that's spilled all over the counter because, you know, you just got to fill it up. And even if it's filled from the day before,
pour out of a mug
it's impossible. There's always some kind of drip. If you've got leftover, you don't want it because it's like day-old water sitting, you know what I mean? You got to dump that out anyway, and it's just like, it's
I'm glad
just
you
wet.
Understand that.
Yeah.
That day-old water, that stale water.
No, you don't want stale coffee. That makes no sense. But like once I put that in, it's crazy that I've never, like, you just flip the switch, turn it on, get coffee, and then leave.
Yeah.
I could not recommend that more to anybody that drinks. And it was like 40% more expensive than the coffee pot I was gonna get. You know what I mean? It wasn't like insane.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a fucking Starbucks, like, you know, espresso machine or anything. It just does coffee, but it's super convenient, man.
Coffee's good.
Now we got the.
I can never get into it.
I was into it for a long time.
It's the taste.
No, see, I love the taste. I don't get the caffeine thing. So many people drink it because like, it gives me energy.
Right.
Coffee does nothing to me at all.
Oh yeah, you were having those like real strong, those little vials. Yeah, cold brews.
Yeah. Oh God, not even cold brews. Yeah, the like
whatever that
coffee, hyper coffee extract.
Yeah.
That'll give me the shakes. If I
That
drink
was
like 4 or 5.
200 milligrams in one
like,
thing. But
what I started doing of like being tired, because I've been more tired recently, honestly, just from the diet. Like eating less food, I've definitely
Less
lost
energy,
like
less calories,
energy. I just switched to caffeine pills. I took one this morning.
Damn, that's hardcore.
It's hardcore, but it's just like boop, pop one in, and it's like I would rather do that instead of drink coffee.
My only reservation about
actually
doing
works a
that,
little
because
bit.
I've thought about it like through college and shit, like people doing all-nighters and stuff, like, is that at least with like drinking an energy drink or coffee or whatever, I know how much I'm getting and like I can measure it as I go. A caffeine pill, I'm like, I could use about this much. You know how much is in a pill, but at the same time, like once it's in, it's in.
It's
It's
And
like
so like if you hit, you're like, I'm
can't
good
decide
now,
you
and then you
don't
keep
want it.
going, then you get like, I have too much caffeine
I'll get
now,
jittery
you know?
sometimes, but it's usually my caffeine pill decision is the night before. It's like it's 2 a.m. I'm fucked tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up and take a caffeine.
Does
pill.
it make it? Yeah, I was gonna say, does it make it harsh to then like the next day or two not have caffeine? Do you
No.
get headaches or anything?
No, not really.
That's nice.
And I try to avoid taking more than one. I'll just take one in the morning.
That's it. Yeah.
I've taken them before at work. Like I'm fucking tired. Take one at 3 o'clock. 8 o'clock is awful because then I'm at home like.
Right.
Yeah.
It is weird how people are differently affected by caffeine. Like I had a thing where when I was in the Army in journalism school, I drank so much coffee and so much Mountain Dew that caffeine no longer works for
Really?
me. I mean, I guess, or like maybe I just need coffee just to get back to like level,
Gotcha.
you know. But I never get like a boost from caffeine.
Yeah.
But like Griffin, and if I go without coffee for a week, I don't notice it, or caffeine, I don't notice it, and then I'm back in.
Yeah.
But I remember when Griffin, if she didn't have caffeine by like 3 p.m., she would get a headache, and she couldn't get rid of it. Like no amount of medicine would take it away, and she would be ruined for the rest of the night.
You'd
So
rather
she
wait it out,
always,
or you
every
get
day would have
caffeine.
to have caffeine early on in the day, or she's fucked.
Yeah.
That's 100% what I am.
Really
I have no
weird.
effect of it. Like I don't get any energy boost or anything. It just my soul sucks.
I
all
would
the
love to
energy
see
You're
out
an
of it.
addict.
Yeah.
I would love to. I like if we could figure out a way to give you energy. It'd
I
be
think
really interesting.
alcohol
Can we-
kind
The
of
caffeine pill.
Can we
See if that
doc,
works.
like make a doc out of Matt and like we get him a nutritionist and we like structure a diet of food that you're like.
Big job for that guy.
I'll tell you right
Right,
now,
but-
you already have drama in the doc when that first nutritionist quits.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. And then he walks out.
Breaking the fourth
And
wall,
Matt's
Michael.
just like.
Yeah. So like we get him a nutritionist, food he'll eat, but it's like healthy, it's structured, like it's like balanced out, and then we also like try things that Matt doesn't normally have,
I'm gonna
like
tell you-
coffee and stuff.
Squid.
Coffee's not nutritious.
No, I'm not saying like I'm
okay,
just saying
well,
things
yeah.
that you don't normally try.
I just don't think that I hate myself enough to do that yet. Like
Matt, we all love you.
You mean
This is
love
this is
yourself
like-
enough?
Yeah, this is
no,
like a.
hate myself enough.
Well,
I just spilled
he
stuff on you.
I thought your fingers popped by gesturing. To be honest,
It's very possible. It's very
That's what
possible.
happened. I will say. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. I just don't want to like submit
fight.
myself to that. I feel like right now I'm at the point in my life where I can enjoy everything I eat with no issue.
When does
No,
that
there's
happen?
definitely an issue.
Yeah,
There's
There's definitely an issue.
You have more, like, arguably more issue now than ever before in your life
Yes,
as you
but-
get older.
But it's like
Yeah, I'm fine.
they're trickling in.
I'm getting older.
I've heard the
No.
story.
Yeah,
he doesn't
at
know.
what point
what
I'll
happens
get
with
to
your
that point
family?
where I'm like, what do you mean what happened?
You're saying like there's a like your dad and your dad's dad and your uncles and stuff like they hit a point and then they just all goes to shit.
No, that's my
When is
grand.
that?
That's, yeah, it's like when they get to their like 60s or 70s.
That
that's,
far? I
Yeah.
thought it was like you said 30
No.
or 35.
You're not going to get to your
Matt's
60s or
not me.
70s.
No.
60?
That's the thing. My dad's crazy
on a prayer.
because he eats like worse than I do. And he's like just as skinny as I am. And I'm like, I don't get how you're doing that, but that's
Matt-
great for you. And he's in his 50s.
I want to say
He's
that.
going to hit 60 though, and then he's going to be fat and bald. And I'll
You might
like,
be
that's
the next
crazy.
step of evolution. You're holding yourself back with your diet. I think you could be a superhuman if you like had the proper diet
Ingesto.
and walked or something. I'm sorry, that's really
I
hard.
walked there something.
That's a
Walk
throwback.
all the time, my ass!
That's a throwback.
No!
We have video evidence.
No!
Video evidence.
He walked from his desk to
I
get
walked
over
right
here.
No!
We have
You think I
video
just appeared
evidence.
here?
We
I'm
watched
on
you
the
get
Great
lapped
Gazebo.
by
I
a couple of
didn't
senior
teleport right
citizens.
here.
Make
What?
like a high. Make
We
a high
saw you in Paris, Matt. You
That's
don't
different.
walk.
The world
That was
saw
an
you in
uphill
That's
walk.
different.
No,
That
no,
was
no.
outside.
Uphill.
Walking outside is different.
It was a slight slant up. He's talking about like it's
is
Mount
over-
Vesuvius or some shit that he had to climb.
It was like the most gentle slope ever.
I was carrying a lot of equipment
Were you
too.
carrying the fucking backpack
That's
with
the
the
Sim
goddamn
6 video.
heavy ass battery that we never used?
Yeah, I was carrying the. What do we? I had the fucking
Everybody had
laptop
something. We had
and.
tripods.
Yeah.
all
Carrying
kinds of
his
shit.
Yeah, carrying a bunch of stuff.
I was carrying you two.
Matt's over here like, I mean, you weren't carrying the
Emotionally,
bag with the
maybe.
switch though.
I had to switch in the big ass battery.
Jesus fucking
I
Christ.
was carrying a switch and a
I had a
battery.
whole Pelican briefcase. Like,
That's
That
true.
was, but
It's
no,
true.
see, that's the thing, though, Fred. That was on your front. That was actually helping you go up.
Oh,
you wouldn't have
No,
any back.
that's not how gravity works.
you sad
animal.
little man.
The gravity's pulling me up.
I will admit, with inclines,
Walks all the time.
it's not the best. But I do walk all the time. It's how I get to places.
Okay, you have an iPhone,
Or
right?
a car.
You would have died in Australia,
So
Matt.
basically
You would
what
have
Matt's saying is
absolutely
he's
died.
unstoppable.
I
unless
would
there's
have
a
become
stair.
stronger because of us.
Walking around in 120-degree weather.
Matt,
Where do you
Brad,
think I'm from?
South Carolina.
It's hot and humid there.
So
I walked around there.
We're walking
I'm
2
immune.
miles.
you're immune.
Yeah, I walked 2 miles.
Matt, I've got a question.
I had to
I'm
work
gonna let him live and say-
for my family's business. That's
I wanna
hot
say-
because you
hold
wouldn't
on.
know where
You're not in the shape you
Stop
were when you were
gesturing.
crawling
I'm
under
gesturing with
houses.
the mug.
Stop
But that's the
gesturing with
point.
your Valentine's mug. Available sometime on Valentine's.
Wait, you want to talk about that RT store
You
trip?
know
Are you
what?
hawking crap?
I might be hawking crap.
Let me tell you
I'm
about
gonna
this
talk about
crap
that
that you
store.
can hawk. He's holding it. These rooster.
This is actually really cute.
Mugs are
Yeah,
actually super
actually
cute,
really
and they're
big.
like a nice
Actually really
baby blue.
Yeah.
This episode of Off Topic is sort of brought
Tell
to
it's
you
baby
by the
blue.
Rooster Teeth store. There's something for everyone at the RT store, and right now, they, whoever they are, have got some awesome new merch up for grabs. Check out the Achievement Hunter Core pullover hoodie, which might be what I'm wearing. I'm not sure what it's called, or the AH crewneck sweatshirt. We've got all sorts of awesome clothes to keep you warm in the super cold weather, like especially right now. Real cold. Make your winter warmer with some new Achievement Hunter merch. Go to store.roosterteeth.com and find the right thing just for you at store.roosterteeth.com. Dude, I don't know what it's called. I don't know if this is the Achievement Hunter Core pullover hoodie. I'm
dig
sure
it?
you can look it up. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's
It is a
so
comfy hoodie.
effing
So
comfy.
soft.
Here's what I
So
think
soft.
happened, and I'd be upset if I were you about it. I think this one like snuck out of the Jeff line.
Are you talking about blank?
Yeah.
I'm
This is
doing
like,
a pullover.
Jeff line's like up here,
Yeah.
and then like everything else is down here. This is like
It's a hybrid?
This is nipping at Jeff.
I am doing a
If,
pullover.
if
want
I
it the
were
same
Jeff,
way.
I'd be like, get that fucking shit.
It is
I'll have a talk with him.
Take- you give me
indescribably
that.
soft.
It's crazy.
and it's
Feel it,
very
feel it.
lightweight. Lewis was describing it as like a hug, a
Yeah.
warm hug that you can't even know.
Lewis
Yeah,
was
it
wearing
feels
don't even
good
know
on the
you're
inside.
wearing
That's the
it.
thing. It's like
It's
I normally,
super comfy.
I normally do the zip ups, you know.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
to kind of expose myself every once in a while.
Sure, weird.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Well, it's
Well,
not in the
for
office,
cool-
please.
Well, when he's walking.
Yeah, exactly.
Hence all the restraining orders. Yeah.
But that one's so comfy, I consider wearing it regularly.
Hey, I got a merch-related question, Trevor.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm currently wearing the only Achievement Hunter shirt I own.
What?
Give him a twirl, Jeff.
When does this come out? When does this line of stuff come out? Because
Dates fluctuate. I don't know. Here, let me look it up in my email to make sure I have the
I'll
latest
just look
date
it
because
up,
I
hang
don't
on.
show the back.
Hang on, he's looking it up.
It's definitely in March, but I want to get the audience a proper date to look forward to the new Achieve line that will be coming in March.
March.
But yeah, let me pull up the email.
Good shirt.
But while we do that, Matt, I want to throw
Clear.
back a little bit.
Okay, do it.
I want to throw back a little
Oh,
bit
is this-
to.
Hang on, look, it's Alfredo.
It's,
What is this? Is
that's
this Matt
from when we were
walking?
walking up.
Look at that huge backpack he's wearing.
Hold on a second. Your grandparents are about to lap you.
It's brutal.
Please, Jeff,
they are.
they're dead.
God, man.
That's a
Matt's
tired
grandparents,
human
the
being
people in
right
that
there.
video.
Real quick,
Yeah.
a re-throwback to the conversation 2 seconds ago.
Sure.
March 7th
March
is where
7th.
they're currently
7th.
slated.
Okay.
Thursday, I think it is. So check out the new Achieve line. We're super fucking stoked about it. It's like a step away from the minimalism we were doing with the most recent drop in
Last
Achieve.
year was like punk and kind of
Yeah.
like military punk. It was like started military, then kind of punk stuff. This is more like noise.
Yeah, so now it's
I
like
don't know how else to describe it.
overstimulation,
Yeah.
like psychoactive kind of like. What's going on, Michael? What are you reaching
Nothing. I'm
for?
just stretching.
I
I'm waiting
wanted
for you
to
to
ask-
finish, and then I gotta say something.
Okay, well, I wanted to ask Matt a question.
Go ahead, fire
and this
away.
I'm gonna fire away. Matt, I want you to pull up the health
He's
app.
gonna
But before you
insult
do,
you
I want you to
viciously.
guesstimate how many miles you've walked in the last week.
I don't know, like
Because you know your phone automatically tracks that.
Here's the problem
I
already
always
though.
carry my
Here's,
phone with
here's
me.
that's bullshit. You do, but here's the problem already
Oh,
that I'm gonna say before it helps Matt. He also gives his phone to Andy to catch Pokemon for him.
Oh,
so
you're right.
it's
So we'll see
higher.
spikes.
It's higher than
We'll
he's
see
even
those
walked.
spikes.
I've only done that once this week.
I bet you with
Why?
That we know of.
Okay.
That I know.
Pull it up. Pull up health.
All right.
We'll be able to see that.
Just
And
saying.
we'll wipe it out.
Matt needs to look
What
how
is
much I
this?
walked that day.
I've never
shit,
used
you
this.
did.
That's a normal day right there.
Come with
I like
it.
how Andy's the Pokemon
Activity.
magnate. Like
And
he'll
then
collect
steps,
Matt and Jeremy's
walking and
phones and
distance.
just go.
Like, okay.
And then
I gotta go to the raid.
My
I'm
Pokemon.
A week.
4.
here's your month. Just the past month.
They're
Okay.
looking now, but you can. Yeah, hey, why don't
Dude,
you
this is a lot
cut
of
back to the thin
information.
I wanna
boys?
guess-
Both of us. Come on,
Okay,
look
this
at
is.
us.
not this
I
current.
will also
How you
say,
doing? You're looking
I
good.
walk
Wow.
You look good.
Dude, I got my jaw
average-
back.
Yeah.
Whoa, come on, you're fattening up the thing.
Oh, damn it.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Dude,
1
look,
mile a
like,
day?
I have a jawline.
I'm
again.
getting the V. I'm getting the like not a fat guy.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I lost like the round head.
Yeah, you now have proportions.
I got it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So my average is a mile a day, right?
He's sucking it up. He's sucking it up. I'm not gonna be able to do the neck thing anymore. Oh no.
That's gonna become my domain now.
Sorry, go ahead, Matt.
My average is a mile a day. That's not that bad.
It's not that good.
gotta say,
A mile a day.
I gotta say,
Dude, that's like 2,000 steps a day, dude.
I did 2
Yeah.
miles just walking around the fucking stage 4 yesterday.
I did 2,000
Why would you do
steps
that?
just today
go to
so
where you
far.
need to go. Don't fucking act like don't pussyfoot around the place just because you want to get steps. This isn't a game. I get my shit done and
Matt's out
burn
there
all
walking
of it.
home like this.
Man.
Oh, okay.
Get his
See,
miles in.
here's what I'm realizing too, and this is relevant to Resident Evil. You're walking harder. Matt's walking smarter. He's going for that.
I'm
He's,
getting that
he's leaving
true.
that. He's leaving
Every
that
day.
that small carbon
Yeah.
footprint.
I thought that was a
that's
weight
what it
joke.
No,
He's
he's a
walking
fat piece
literally
of shit,
harder.
But I'm talking about Matt. He's like, you're dumb. You guys are walking all the way around. I brought the bolt cutters. I'm gonna go through the store. Less steps.
Yeah.
He's New Game Plus in it. That's what he's
Yeah,
doing.
they don't count all the fences.
That's what he's
Plus in
doing.
it.
He's New Game Plus in life.
I've lived this life before. I know how to do it
Oh
in
my
less
God,
steps.
Matt. He's
I'm gonna
smart.
Yeah, he
check the
is.
month here. There's some spikes in here. I think
That
I
was
see
that was during Christmas.
some Pokemon days. Oh, that's when your family forced you
Yeah.
out of the house. Wow, what's that spike?
Dude, it's
That
all
might have
so
actually
low,
been
and then you get like a random spike. And it's
Oh, November 12th. Were you in Paris? Right before
I'm
Thanksgiving,
gonna look.
right?
I'm gonna look right now.
'Cause
Oh man, that's off the
must
chart.
be.
It's off the
8.25
chart.
miles.
Off the chart.
November 12th.
Yes! We found.
I walked about 10 miles November 12th.
Here, cut to Jeff. We found it. We found Paris.
That's the Eiffel Tower.
Tower, exactly.
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
See, I committed to
Fuck.
that graphic.
Matt
That's
walked
what it
up
was.
the Eiffel Tower and down the other side.
Holy shit.
I committed to that graphic for you guys.
Where does it tell you your average daily steps?
Oh man.
I just looked at it visually, averaged it.
wow.
Just look at the bar chart here. Click there.
Oh, bless
There's
you.
definitely days I can identify as
steps.
Saturday or Sundays because
And
I
if you hit
didn't do
week,
anything.
you'll see you can visualize
So
it.
I average about 8 to 12,000 steps. I'll average 9,100 steps a day.
Here, and if you go
I feel
back,
like I don't average
you'll
that
see.
many.
Yeah.
Is that miles I clicked on?
But that might be skewed by being out of town.
Did I click
let's
miles?
see.
Is that what I clicked on? For the week?
No, you picked kcals.
Oh, yeah, you know, that's calories burnt.
I feel like I don't have a lot of steps,
It's underneath steps. If you scroll, it should be at the top of
but I
need to walk less.
I got more like
All right, my
Other
average
shit.
my average miles.
gym and baby. That doesn't equal steps, but
Yeah.
it's exercise.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I mean?
I average about
how many
6
times you do
miles a
this
day.
Matt's been lifted.
Because I do this
true.
fucking every day of my
6
life.
miles a day.
Matt used to get a runner's high, so that's why now he runs.
4 to 6 miles
He
is
quit drugs.
4, 5. Yeah,
Exactly, he doesn't
I
like
should
the
say, I'll
high.
say 5. I average about 5 miles a day.
5 miles a day.
It's a lot, dude.
That's a.
But I average like
But I try
50.
to walk 10,000
I
steps
average
a day.
at least like 50, pick up a 30-pound kid and swing her in the air.
That's a whole
lot of
other
reps.
kind
You
of
know
I mean,
exercise.
she's
you get.
big on the like standing, and then I go up and I try to lift her totally vertical, so like her face is looking at my face and her legs are straight in the air. And that's like a good. It's a good.
Dude, that's
it's a good tricep.
Good form. Tries
Like,
going.
"Whoa," and a little chest, and then I'll put her down. And, go, "Whoa," and then like once gravity starts kicking in, you got that like second delay. Where like I'll lift her up, and she'll be straight up, and she'll start to like then bend, and then I pull her back down, and I pick her up.
That shit gets
The
harder.
kid is fucking heavy, man.
It gets harder
Maybe
the
that's
bigger
what
they get.
my cat's doing. Like she understands. I'm not stepping.
Is your cat lifting you up every day?
Yeah, she swings Matt straight up in the air.
Like,
Matt
what?
goes all the way
She
up.
jumps in front of the TV, so I have to go up there and slap her down. And
Matt goes like this.
God forbid he's got to go up to the
This is
TV.
Matt going to the TV.
Get away. Get away from there.
You got a poking stick,
you
right?
gotta,
You just reach out.
You gotta get all the way up off the couch in your reclined position. Get there.
Oh,
Get down from there. Maybe that's what she's doing. She's trying to save my life.
Maybe she might.
knows?
She's like, dude, you gotta move, man. Come move me, please. Shoo me away, please.
I'm trying to get you to exercise.
Dude, I got 2 things I'm talking about.
Let's do it.
One, just already mentioned the kid, so I'll talk about kid. Iris on Monday moved into a new room with a bed.
Oh.
In the same house though.
Yeah. Well,
That's
it's adjoining.
That's how they did in Australia.
But I talked about it. I talked about it on Off Topic last week on Friday because we went and we bought her a bedroom set on Thursday, and we had Chad on the podcast because Chad, great guy, love him. Bunch of losers at the office. It's like we gotta have somebody that the audience is gonna like.
Yeah.
So we put Chad on, and he's like, "Hey, thanks for having me. I feel like you only had me on because no one else is here." And I said, "That's right."
Absolutely.
So,
and I feel like I was probably honest about that.
I was very honest about that. I was very upfront about that. I'll see you again when no one else is here. Thanks for coming. But, you know, there's this ire, and it's not to like brag or be like, yeah, we did a great job. We got fucking lucky. But there's this ire among other parents. Ryan's brought it up every now and again where we're like, yeah, Iris has like slept her whole life. She loves sleeping. You know, 3 weeks old, sleeping through the night. At a month old, put her in her own room, never an issue. Like, you know, baby issues. She has fits and she gets mad sometimes. But in the grand scheme of things, I, as a parent, have never had the, like, you know the sleepless nights. You know that. I don't know that.
Nah,
never, like, 3 weeks. Even the first 3 weeks, it wasn't like, screaming all night. It was just, like, kind of intermittent, like, going in and checking on her.
It's still, a baby sleeps, like, an average 17 hours a day.
And Iris was 4 weeks early. That kid slept, like, 20 hours a day. She was barely awake. Anyone ever came over to see her, and I'm like, I mean, she's sleeping.
Yeah.
She's doing nothing but sleeping.
That was the hardest part. It's like, I got a baby and I can't play with her because she's asleep.
And she just lays there, you know? And then when she wakes up, she just lays there because they can't move. But it was like every other parent went through it and they're like, fuck you. There's such a hatred of like, oh man, you know, like if you both stay up, you're bonding. You're like, dude, you sit up, and then Jeff, you're like, yeah, I ate the poop, and we're like, that's crazy that you ate poop. But if you don't have that, it's like, I fucking hate you. Fuck you. Yeah. My kid kept me up. Why didn't your kid keep you up?
So what do you mean your kid didn't get colicky?
Right.
God damn it.
Right. So I've had that forever with Iris, and we're just like, yeah, we got lucky. And then Chad brought it back around on Friday, and I was like, yeah, well, we're trying to move her into her new room before her sister's born, because we want to try and transition her and be like in this new space and get ready for it, because it's going to be a whole new world once the baby gets there. And I don't want to drop all that at once. Be like, hey, new kid's here. We're going to pay a lot of attention to her. By the way, get the fuck out of your room. Yeah. This kid's taking it. You're going to another room. It's going to be crazy anyway.
Getting demoted.
So let's try and do this as, ahead of time as possible. So he was loving it. He was like, you're so fucked. Oh, she's going to be a nightmare. And the kid has never in her life slept in a bed. And I mean never. Like, there was a bunch of times as she got older, like a toddler, like a year-old, a little older, where I tried, where I'm just like, it's late, it's the weekend, and I'm like, let's just take Iris in our room, and maybe she'll fall asleep in our bed, and kind of get her used to a bed. But, like, she was so well-trained of, my crib is where I sleep, she won't sleep anywhere else. Like, to the point of, I have had her up at 2 a.m, in our room, Lindsay's sleeping, and I'm like falling asleep, and Iris is just like doop 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 doop, just like, and I'm like, asleep, and like I'll lay her down in the bed, and she's like, okay, and then I'll get back up, and she's like, I'm in the bed. Why would I sleep here? I'm not in my crib. She'll be falling asleep, rubbing her eyes, like super tired. Put her under the covers, she climbs right out. Put her in her crib, she goes right to sleep. So we were anticipating, some work of like, fucking hell, we're moving rooms, it's a bed, she can just fuck around all night, she can just get up and fuck with shit in the room. There's nothing in there because we just emptied it. But, we were prepared for it. So we talked about this on Friday. We got the bedroom set on Monday. So I put it all in there, got everything set up. We got our new sheets and everything. And we came home on Monday, and like Monday evening was setting in, and we're like, okay, we need to start getting her ready for bed. So the advantage, which is awesome as parents, is now, though, we can be a lot more a part of it, because with the crib, it's like, well, you're in the crib and I'm not in the crib. You know what I mean? That's it. You're stuck in there, you're behind bars, and I'm standing out here. Yeah. And then for the last 4 months, because she could climb out of the crib, I bought that net, basically, that tent. And so then it zips. So then it's another layer of she's already crying because we're putting her in the crib, and then it's like we're zipping it closed, like we're sealing her into the cave, and she's like, and I'm like, bye. And then we leave the room. So even when she was at her tiredest, even when she was ready to go to bed, she'd cry for 5-10 minutes and then kind of get over it and fall asleep. But with the room, we ended up getting we got a full-size bed, and we bought a bed that's low to the ground so she can climb in it. And I'm not really worried about her rolling out. And even if she did, it's like a foot off the ground and it's carpeted. But it's like a regular teenager's bed. I was just like, listen.
Like a full-size bed.
I just want to go all in. I don't want to do an in-between bed. She went from the crib, and now she goes to the bed and just be done with it. As much as a pain in the ass it is, we'll deal with it, and hopefully she gets used to it. So we spent a couple hours with her, that night, like getting her used to the room, and
you guys had a dance party.
We moved, we had an Alexa in her room, like an Amazon Echo that plays music for her at night, like lullabies and stuff. So we moved out into the room, and Lindsay was like playing pop music, and she was running around the room and getting on the bed, getting off the bed, and running around. So we finally get to the point where we're like, all right, let's put her to bed. And so we got her in her pajamas, changed her, brushed her teeth, put her in the bed. And it was awesome because we could lay in the bed with her, which we could never do before. There's enough room for the three of us in the one bed. So Lindsay was on one side, and we put her in the middle, and I was on the other. And we tried to turn the lights off, get the night light on, and get her kind of tired. And when she got to the point where it's like, all right, I'm still awake, but I'm not like getting up. I'm just gonna lay here. I snuck out of the room and then let Lindsay stay in for another 5-10 minutes. She snuck out of the room and then we immediately pull up the camera, the security camera. You know what I mean? Be like, all right, what she's doing? And we're just watching her. And she's just she's sitting in bed, she's playing with something. She's got her little bunny in her hand or whatever. She's waving around. 10 minutes, kid's asleep.
That's awesome.
All night, whole night. Damn. That was Monday.
That's great.
Every single fucking day.
I'll tell you what. You guys have a great kid. Obviously, Iris is phenomenal, and you guys got lucky with her. But you're also really good parents.
Super lucky.
You're good parents to do that and to do that early on. She's going to be a more independent human being.
That's what we're trying.
And also, you did it in the right way. Like by eventizing it and making it like a thing to be excited about and not feel like punishment, not feel scary. It was very instinctually smart of you guys to do it that way.
It was just awesome. And she's been in there every single night. It's Friday now. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, she slept in her room. She's taking naps every single day in there.
That's so good.
And now what's awesome is I was preparing for the worst. We got so lucky. She always slept through the night. This is going to be a nightmare. Not only is it not, it's better than the crib because it got to the point where if we took her into her room, even to say change her diaper, 7, 8 o'clock, she'd start to freak out because she thinks we're going to put her in the crib. She would extra cling to me when I walked in her room. Yeah. She's like, if you get near the crib, doesn't give a shit about going into her room. She's just like, okay, time to go in my room now. I left, she cried for 5 seconds. And so Lindsay was reading her a story every night. She's got this,
Supergirl book?
It's DC superhero girls. So it's Wonder Woman and Batgirl and Bumblebee. And it's a hard 8-page kids book. But Lindsay was reading to her every night. And then fucking last night, again, it's awesome because we can lay in the bed and just read to her. And Lindsay points to the words as she reads. And then last night, we're getting her ready for bed. We didn't get the book. It was still in her room, but she had a little more energy yesterday, so she kept getting out of the bed, and I put her back in the bed. She got out. And at one point, she got out of the bed, she walked over to her nightstand, and she got the book, and she brought the book over to Lindsay.
That's fucking adorable.
It was awesome. So then Lindsay reads. So then Lindsay opens the book. As Lindsay starts reading it, Iris is pointing at the words as she's reading it. And so then we get to the end of the book, and the last page is just it's 2 pages. It's just all of them, all the superheroes. Yeah. And Iris would just point at one and wait. So she'd point and be that's Wonder Woman. And then she'd point and go, that's Batgirl. And she'd point that's Bumblebee. And then as soon as we did that, she'd flip back to the beginning. I think Lindsay read it to her 6 times because it takes 40 seconds to read the whole book. But it was, again, then she quieted down. I snuck out of the room. Lindsay came out 5 minutes later. And I'm just dude, what happened? How did we get this kid? Every time Lindsay's somebody has it's some real dickhead kid somewhere, and they were what happened? And I'm just I don't even think it's a mix up at the hospital. It's a mix up in the souls or something. You know what I mean? Some baby soul went took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. But and then again, so now it's hey, we mentioned that every parent hates us, and they're fuck you. Your second kid's gonna be awful, burn in hell. And I'm probably.
Just raise the kid like the first one, and maybe she'll be awesome too.
Again, maybe she'll be awesome. I don't expect it, but and I made a pretty long post about it. I did one of those you have to type it in the notepad and take a picture of it and post it. Because that first night she slept in the crib or in her bed, I was just dude, I'm so fucking proud of this kid. That's awesome. This could have been a nightmare. This could have been oh my God, we're dealing with so many things. And she walked in and was just this is my room? This room's awesome.
She's
so now, yeah. So when I'm at home at night, I usually the whole second floor is pretty much open to her. We close the bathroom door and the bedroom door. But the 2 rooms are next to each other. So her old room, which is going to be the baby's room, and then her new room are right next to each other. And now it's I leave both doors open and she just runs in her room. She runs in there, plays with stuff, runs out.
Just wait till she's all right, You guys take off. I got some shit to do. I'll see you later. Just shuts the door on you.
It's just awesome. It couldn't have gone any better. Couldn't have gone any smoother. It's great that because Lindsay just yesterday is 37 weeks. She's made it further. She's officially full term.
That's awesome.
Made it further than Iris. Iris was born like 2 days before 36 weeks. So we're ready, literally any day now.
Maybe right while we're having this.
And it could be right now. Hopefully she would have texted you.
Yeah.
But
Like,
it's
hey,
just
I had
like
it.
it's
You
just
wanna swing
kind
back?
of another thing. I'm so relieved that like is dealt with a little bit, where I was like, because I'm gonna be thrown into the chaos of like I don't know what it's like to have 2 kids. I don't know what it's like to have an almost 2-year-old and a baby. I don't know how Iris is gonna react to her and everything like that. But just to like get this out of the way and be like, not only did we do it, but like she loves it. Like she's happier with this setup than she was. It's just awesome.
That's
so
so
I was
good.
like super proud of her. And I was like, yeah.
I'm sure that the next kid will be just as good as Iris because I think so much of it has to do with the way parents nurture their children.
Yeah.
I just got lucky, man. I know a lot of people. I've got a lot of good like learning experiences.
That being said, I had very similar experiences with Mill. She was a phenomenal kid and always slept through the night. Was never a pain in the ass. Wasn't one of those kids. Very similarly, we got her out of our bedroom really quickly. The whole thing. She was so great as a kid, though. I was convinced that if I had a next kid, it would be a nightmare. It's part of why I didn't want to have a second kid. I was like, I already knocked it out of the park with this one. Why take any chances?
That's fair too.
We didn't wait to find out.
Risk that.
We didn't wait to find out.
Roll the dice
I also
again.
recognize
Yeah.
it's a defeatist attitude to me because now that I'm older, I'm like, oh, it would be cool to have another kid.
I was just like, Lindsay and I came, I think, and we had pretty similar, like different ends of the spectrum, but like I'm the youngest by 6 and 9 years. She's only got one sister, but she's older than her than 6 years. So like she's way older and I'm way younger. But like we both got the opposite ends of the spectrums there, and was like, not that I sit here and go, I wish we were closer together, but I never had that like, hey, you're brothers. You know what I mean? Like never. Like I was never in the same school as them. My oldest brother went to college when I was 9. You know what I mean? My other brother just kind of beat my ass, mostly when he was, 16 and I was 10. We weren't like hanging out like, I didn't like become friends with him until I was like 18. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So ever since Lindsay and I were dating, we knew we both wanted kids, which we got out of the way early. Like, hey, listen, I want kids one day. And she's like, I want kids too. We're like, cool. And it was always like 2 to 3 was the conversation. Like I'm from a family of 3, she's from a family of 2. In our heads, talking about the future, that means nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, 2, 3, whatever. So when we had Iris, we were like, we definitely want a second kid, and we want them close together. So depending on when the second baby shows up, they'll be about 20, 21 months apart, which is closer than what we were trying, but like perfect. We were thinking 2 years. So the second one just popped right in. Like, oh my God. Like, all right, let's start. Oh, we're done? Damn. We found out after the fact, because obviously it's a couple weeks till you find out, but like we found out she was already pregnant at Iris's first birthday. So like they're gonna be crazy close, and I was just like, I want to make sure we have everything prepared for like 2 of them. I want to raise them like as individuals, but also together. You know what I mean? Like I don't want the mindset of like, they're fighting, whatever, they're siblings. Like, no, fuck you. You're going to be friends. You have no choice. You're going to do shit together. Like to me in my head, again, with my age range being so different with my brothers, I'm like, you're like the same fucking age as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? Like, and that will be a huge difference in the short term. Like when Iris is 2 and she's 3 months. But like when you're 6 and she's 4.5, it's not that different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you guys better do shit together. You're gonna like, go places together. There's barely gonna be that like, Iris will be the big sister, but it's not gonna be like,
a 9-year-old
you're in charge and you're not.
Yeah, a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old they're just like friends.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So we're trying our best to like get them prepared and ready for that, and we're super excited.
Yeah.
It's crazy that we're in like the final moments of, because the thing with Iris is like we never had the like it could happen every moment because she surprised us. It was like bam, I'm 4 weeks early, and we were like, oh shit, and then that was that. But now we're like, is it today? Is it tomorrow?
Yeah,
Oh my God, we don't know. Like it's any day now.
We definitely had that. It's stressful. It's exciting and stressful. But
It's
like, come on,
yeah, it's stressful in a whole new way.
Do it,
you know, because it's like a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, you already have a kid, though." Like, I'm sure it's way less stressful. I'm like, "Yeah, but I never had two." It's a whole new level of stress.
That can completely change your day. Like, where you're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna wake up today, just do my regular routine, then go to bed." But now it's like, I'm gonna wake up today, have a kid, do this whole other thing, and then go to bed.
I keep telling Lindsay it'd be real convenient if she decided to do it on a weekday in the middle of the day. When we're here at work and we go, let's pop over to the hospital, as opposed to at midnight, like last time. So I was like, if you think you're having contractions, just wait. Just hold it in. Be like, listen, it's like 8 p.m. You can make it till 9 a.m. tomorrow. I'll be honest too. Like her water broke at like 12:30, like midnight. She didn't deliver the kid till 11 p.m. anyway. So I feel like she's like, my water broke. I'll be like, cool, let's wait 12 hours.
Put some towel down.
Let's
get those 8 hours.
A cool
Get some sleep.
Then we cut down our hospital time in half.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know? That's just thinking smarter. That's like Matt taking the shortcuts.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
And that was
less steps.
New
to
baby
the
plus.
hospital.
That was my baby rant.
New baby plus. Yeah.
That was my baby rant. The other thing I wanted to mention quickly is I got to be on Ridiculousness.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I haven't seen it
They
yet.
used one of my clips.
I kind of wish you didn't tell me ahead of time because it would be really fun to be surprised.
You know what's fucking awesome? That's how my nephew saw it.
Really?
Because he's a fan. He watches it all the time.
Million
Of
Nights In,
Ridiculousness.
every episode.
And the second it happened, I got blasted like on social media, and I thought like, I should tell them, but maybe they'll see it. I never got around to it. The next day, he was like, you know what? He texted me, which is still weird to me because he got a phone like a year or two ago. He's 11, but it's still like, oh shit, that's right. You're like old now.
Yeah.
You just texted me. And he's like, yo, I saw you on TV. Like you were on Ridiculousness. And I'm just like, oh yeah. And he's like, yeah, they were like making fun of you. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. That's what happens. But it was crazy because they emailed me. Which, if you're unaware, like they have to get permission to use any of those clips on the show. They have to get like, yes, we're, hey, can we show this thing? They emailed me, dude, 2 years ago.
It was a long time ago.
2 years ago, probably. I didn't look it up and find the email, but they were like, hey, this is Ridiculousn's. I don't know if you know what the show is. And
Mr.
I already,
Mr. Ridiculous.
This is Mr. Nis. We want to use this clip, and it was a video I made in my apartment of me doing the McRib fat stack, where I took 10 McRib sandwiches and put them in the one, and then I'm just like a disgusting fat monster, like, oh yeah, I'm like biting and shit. That was the potentially insane man. It was like articles of like some crazy guy. My favorite part about all the articles was like, he consumes 10 McRibs. I'm like, I bite it twice. Like I bit it, and I'm like, look where it got. And the video ended, and I'm like, I don't throw that away.
One bite each 10 McRibs.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's like one whole
I think I'm close
McRib.
to eating it, but it was awesome. They're like, oh my God. Like, they came back around. It was two things. I'm like, one, that's awesome for a show that like I've watched, I know what it is, and like they used one of my stupid clips. And two, that it was so long ago, I was just like, how many videos do they have? Like saved where they're just like,
it's a ton.
Must be a huge.
I guess it is in my house. It's in my apartment. That had to be like right after I moved in though.
This is the first one because you returned.
Yeah, I remember when you.
No. This is the second one.
Okay, so this is the second
The
one.
first one was in New Jersey.
Gotcha.
And then that's why I say in this video, I'll see you in 5 years. Because I made this like on a 5-year anniversary.
Gotcha.
So I got to do another one, another 5 years. And then I don't know if this is the actual my video or Ridiculousness. I think this is my video.
Yeah, I think it is.
But then I feed Jeff. Because I'm wearing Griff, or I'm like, hey, Griff, you hungry? There you go. I'm
You
just
just
like,
jab it
that's
in.
the ridiculousness of
there it
the
is.
video. I'm like, he looks hungry. Why don't I like that? So, of course, being what the show is, it's just like, let's make fun of stupid people on video.
Yeah.
So, like, this fucking psychopath idiot, taking McRibs, feeding it to his shirt, like, they went to town on me. What they do, they do their ridiculousness, like focus and zoom in. They zoomed in on my ring, and they were like, bullshit. There's no way this guy is married. It was even funnier because Lindsay was filming it, but like Rob Dyrdek's like, you know what that ring is? It's like that ring is for his Xbox.
It's a promise ring to
It's
himself.
a promise ring, and then he's like, no, it's from his Xbox, and I was just like, that's fair. That's
fair point.
And what's funny to me though is like, I was like, awesome. And again, from the worst of like, oh, they made fun of me. It's like, well, what did you think they wanted the video for? That was season 12.
They got the video so they could spend 30 minutes talking about how cool you are.
Exactly. Season 12, episode 30, and they're like, so this next clip, we got a really cool guy. He's just super cool. Real cool. Puts all this meat in his mouth.
Over the top cool.
Shirt. Like honestly, he's a pretty cool guy.
I wish I could be him type of cool.
But like it did like. I didn't care because it was like wherever, and like a bunch of people like re-uploaded that clip like on their own YouTube channel of like from ridiculousness, and like there were a couple people I saw leave comments that were like mad about it, like fuck you don't even know who Michael is, like you don't even know. And I was just like, I mean that's the point of the show though, like how dare you make fun of him? Do you know who that is? And I'm just like, no, they don't know who it is. It's some fucking idiot shoving a bunch of sandwiches into his mouth.
Even if they did know who he is, who cares?
Right. Yeah. Who cares? And the kicker was like the ultimate, like bury your head in the sand. One of them was like, yeah, I used to be a fan of ridiculousness, but like, this is just crazy. Yeah. They're just jealous that they'll never be as famous as he is.
Oh, yeah, like, never be as famous as Rob Dyrdek.
Fucking professional skater.
You mean Rob
clothes magnate? Like
Rob like 21 Guinness records Dyrdek.
Or Rob season 12 ridiculousness. That'll
started DC shoes. He
could do nothing but ridiculousness, and it's like national television show. Guy eating sandwiches on YouTube.
By the way, his third national television show.
Dude, Robin Big.
After Robin Big and
Fantasy Factory were like my favorite fucking shows.
But I'm just like...
Robin Big is the best show that becomes the saddest show when you find out about the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I watched the clip, and my thought was like, they could have gone so much harder on me. They're making, and the thing with the fans is like, again, it was like 2 people, but they're like so attached of like, I watch him on Rooster Teeth, I know everything about him. You don't know him, da-da-da-da. It's like, well, no, they don't. They watch a 2-second clip, and then they make fun of the person in the clip. Have you ever watched Theater Mode? We're way meaner, okay, in every single episode ever, or anything. When we come on the podcast and just rail on Jack, and you call him a fat fucking cunt, and then he has to come bring his Xbox on and be like, what is happening? And you're like, no, we're just having fun. But it's like, how dare you make fun of him for that Xbox? How dare you? So I was like, that's awesome. It was awesome that my nephew's like, I saw you on TV.
It's really cool.
You're disgusting.
And the best part about it is, because I went through this when Bernie and I had that random mandatory short that was featured on Tosh.0. Is that you'll get to deal with that every time there's a rerun.
Ooh, nice.
And they show ridiculousness 6 hours a day on MTV. So like every 3 months, you're gonna get a little burst of people on social. That'll be like, holy shit! I just saw you on TV.
Did you know?
Did you know you were on TV 4 years ago?
Did you know you're in Red Dead?
Dude, what?
That's so I'm told 100 times a day.
Tying you up and attaching you to the back of my horse was one of the best experiences I've had in my life.
Yeah, a little wish fulfillment there.
That was good.
Yeah.
God.
So we should mention, by the way, I talked about Live Week earlier.
Yes.
Doing Live Week again.
Yes.
2019. It's now next month. It is February 1st, so it's next month. It's March
27th.
The 27th. Off topic is 27th, so I think it's the 25th, 26th, 27th.
Live from Austin.
We've got the RT podcast, always open and off topic. Live from Austin. Tickets available now. Shy of baby interruption, I can damn near guarantee you Jeremy and I will be there and we'll get drunk again. That's all I can say.
I might be there.
You might be there.
I might have a scheduling conflict.
You might have a scheduling conflict. We don't know. Some amount of Achievement Hunter will be there. We will do a podcast live for the crowd. It's a ton of fun. Every time we do a live show, it's always fun. We get to interact with people. It's nice when like I point like that and it's a person sitting there, not like a chat.
It's a cool venue too.
It's super cool.
If you went to the Coop at RTX last year, it's the same building.
Is it there again?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Also, if you went to what was it called? Live from Austin last year.
Live Week.
Same place now. Live Week.
Same place. If you won last year, doing it again, and also RTX tickets are on sale now for RTX 2019, Austin 2019. I believe they still have the early bird special that goes until February 4th.
Boom.
If you're coming, get your tickets now. Get a little bit of a discount before the prices go to regular price.
Don't pay regular
on
prices.
February 4th or on
Chumps
February 5th.
pay regular prices.
If you're get now. Get them on the G. Get what get. I ain't gonna get. I'm not gonna get. I'm gonna get.
I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say I'm for people going to RTX.
Wow.
I think I'm
brave.
Controversial opinion.
Controversial. Jack's not
going
here.
on record
How dare
saying
you
You say
political.
something so brave.
I think 2019 is the year you should go to RTX. If you've never been, what better time than now? You could be dead next year.
When is
also?
RTX?
I'm not saying this can happen, but I got hired in RTX.
July
It
5th, 6th, 7th. You
Don't
might
say
get
that.
hired.
Yeah.
Jeremy and Matt got hired.
Oh, so you're saying Matt will give up his job at RTX and we'll still
Also,
get
if you went to RTX in the past and then you didn't go again, now's the year to do it.
you,
Matt's saying it's to bring your
Hopefully all the
resume.
emotional scars have healed and you can return.
you can be the new Matt Bragg. Come to RTX. There'll be a Matt Bragg off. If you
Yeah.
beat Matt in a challenge of his choosing,
Good
you
luck. I've
become
been
Matt
rehearsing
Bragg.
If you could
become him,
You
get
put on
his job.
his sweatshirt and you become Tim Allen
I'll
to
unzip
him.
the skin, give it to you. You're all me.
Damn, there you go. I mean, that's sounds like a pretty good deal to me. July 5th through 7th.
It's not.
RTX 2019.
Look, if you don't have money, don't go. I'm just saying, if you've got
If you
money,
do,
if you're
then-
on the fence,
then do
if you
it.
want to go, figure it out. Hey, when I was a kid,
Go hang
We're
out.
not twisting your arm.
when I was a kid, everybody knows about
Find you.
my previous bowling experiences.
Oh
right?
yeah.
When I needed
when
to
I think
get-
of kid, I think of bowling and slamming your dick in the toilet.
When I needed to get to the next level, when I needed to level up my bowling, I needed a professional bowling ball. They were like $170. I was like 14. I couldn't afford that. My mom's like, we're broke as dicks. I've talked about how I grew up poor. So they were like, if you want a bowling ball, you better figure out you better get $170 yourself. I started cutting grass. I bought that bowling ball with 17 yards I cut in the span of 10 days or whatever. And then I had the money, and my point being, if you need
hustle.
like $10,000 or whatever to go to
Go
RTX,
cut grass.
cut 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
There's ways to make money.
Go cut
A
it.
lot of
Find
yards.
10
if you're
football
if you're on
fields.
like the East Coast though, don't do it
Prostitute
now.
yourself if it's
Yeah.
legal where you live
If
and
it's
you want to do
legal,
it.
if it's legal, if you're like in Germany, oh my god,
You're
Yeah.
there's so many options.
Yeah.
It's true.
Whatever you want. I guess.
Are you drunk, Matt?
He's drunk. He poured a heavy.
He's there.
He poured a heavy one in.
He snuck in.
I don't know if you caught
When
it.
did
No, I
Well,
didn't,
Matt
catch,
showed
I didn't catch it.
That came out
I
of
pointed him
fucking
taking
nowhere.
it, but he was just like,
He filled this like he filled this like halfway full.
It
All
was
right, I'm gonna call
50-50
not
split.
it on driving Matt home.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be here till like 8.
All right, well, I'm not worried.
Oh, if it's
I'm just
winter,
not
I got a
driving.
better one. Fucking shovel snow.
That actually
Be like 56.
Yes.
You shovel snow.
Waited, it would melt, but you've already got your money, so it doesn't matter.
Shovel
get
that
him.
shit.
Or
We need to get
baby
him
sit,
when there is
or
no
old
snow.
people sit,
That's
or
it.
or don't come.
watch old
I'm not
people.
trying to
Yeah.
bully you into coming. I'm just saying if you want to go, this is probably a good year to do it.
You're
But
not,
if you
you're
don't,
not
we'll kill
bullying,
you.
You're not bullying them, but it's like it'd be a shame if something were to happen to you.
Yeah,
if you didn't
man.
show up.
Don't make me make you an offer you
knows?
can't refuse.
All right. Well, I feel like that was a pretty good one.
Should we do other stuff
We
now?
should do other
say-
stuff.
Hey,
we
just
gotta
real
roll this
quick.
guy into
Hey.
the post show.
What?
Real small
You're
thing,
not
just
rolling
real
me
quick.
anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm
Sure. What's up? What do you got?
We're gonna
What
wheel him
happened?
around.
Who's gone?
We had a trailer drop today.
Oh,
That's all about.
that's so great because when
It
you started
was-
talking, I'm like, I know what he's talking about, and that's not it. So there's two more things.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
That's fine.
Well, if you're watching,
We had a
live
very odd trailer
Friday,
drop today.
Very weird trailer.
Very
drop
weird.
today.
Very weird
So
indeed.
Something that we've been very excited to share with everybody.
We filmed
and
it about
show
4
you
years
guys.
ago.
It was a while. Filmed it a while ago, to be fair. But it seems about the right time now to start actually release. I think that we talked about the release date, so it's in March. Was it 18th? I don't want to misspeak. I believe it's 18th, but it's in the trailer. Should be in the trailer.
Or the 19th?
Is
I don't know.
Lindsay
it was
not pregnant in this?
20.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Or,
I don't-
or it's
or-
like,
Here's
or
how-
she's not
You tell me.
Jesus.
Wait, May.
Here's
You
a
tell
little
me.
piece of history for
like
you
a week.
about how old the weird place is.
No,
Damn.
not really.
It was in. I was in the. I came up with the idea for Achievement Haunter while planning the weird place. So the weird place is older than Achievement Haunter by a good clip, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of clips, let's take a look at one now.
Hello. My name is Jeff Ramsey. I am with a group called Achievement Hunter. Jeff? If you followed me through here, we are trapped. Jeff? Jeff? I've been very weird place.
So this was behind the door the whole time?
Gastro.
Try to find me before the clocks run out.
So Jeff's in a weird place.
Listen, we're really dumb.
Are we also in the weird place?
Say squeaks.
You're gonna have to really get in there now.
I think I've made everything clear.
13.
March
I thought it was the
13th.
22nd.
Yeah,
I think the 13th is wrong.
March 13th. Well, that might be the
is it?
trailer
March
with the wrong.
13th, 22nd.
Expected March.
There was a trailer uploaded with the wrong date.
Look, it's
22nd.
it's sometime in March.
There was a trailer uploaded with
what's
the wrong
going on
date. That could
Come
be
on.
that one, which means we'll have to fix it in post.
You think we made the mistake?
I think you aired it.
He's not
Yeah.
necessarily.
You
blaming
push play.
Roll the goddamn clip. Someone said roll it.
Who pushed play? Cut that
Who
finger
said
off.
roll it?
All right, Dennis, we gotta cut your fingers off.
Lose a
Make him-
finger.
Just do the pinky. Just do
Not
the
great.
pinky.
He'll
Yeah,
learn.
You don't even use that.
I'll learn not to do it again.
Just cut your pinky off though. Lose some weight.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true. And you get to be in the Yakuza.
How much weight is in a pinky?
Cut that one off. You'd be
Probably
assassin.
not enough.
Not even like a
I don't know.
pound,
It's supposed to
not
be a thick bones. If you have thick
Weird
bones,
places
it's
though.
probably-
So if you're at all familiar,
Oh, 20 seconds waiting for the punchline.
cut off hammered man.
No, this
You
is it.
did.
Guys, you need
That's
to.
the correct
13th.
date.
13th, March 13th. Good job.
Guys, good job. Let's hear it for Dennis.
Keep your finger.
Finger off.
No, take that finger off.
That's
That's a great finger.
We'll still take the
But
finger.
still take the finger off
Well,
anyway.
cut the finger off now, and then you'll get a
Yeah.
freebie later when you fuck
Trevor,
up.
why did you make
like
me
a
look
shark.
like a
3
fucking
fingers.
idiot?
I didn't say that. Jeff did.
I didn't say that.
You guys were like, it's the wrong date. So then I
Listen,
I
I'm
gave
pretty
it
sure
to
that was
him.
it's a
Trevor.
weird show. It's got a
I
lot of
gave it
things
to
going
him,
on.
and then now I look like an idiot. Now
Let's just-
Eric's gonna have a meeting with me afterwards.
Let's just
the,
bl-
the
hey, how about-
I'll help
idiocy
you out
back
with
to
that
me.
one.
Let's blame it on
Good.
Matt.
We'll handle
He
it.
won't remember tomorrow anyway.
I
that's
just remember everything from today.
Now you need to stop. Just stop. I don't know what you're saying.
When you guys
The
here,
word today doesn't have that many syllables.
Man's getting solo drunk out
That's
here.
the worst part of me being
Solo
drunk.
drunk.
I remember every fucking thing that happened
gets
except
smarter.
for that one time in the UK.
Yeah, I bet he's
You-
gonna
It's
walk
the only time
more.
I've ever forgotten
You
anything.
are such a great reminder of why I'm sober.
But
Oh my
I'm glad that
God.
You're happy.
I think the thing is like
I am glad you're
I
happy.
feel like it's different with Jeremy. He still gets to a similar place, but the way he gets there is very Jeremy-like. Matt's
Yeah.
just sort of there.
Matt's just there.
And he's just like
He just hit. It's like Matt just hit the drunk button.
he just drinks the giggle juice.
Yeah.
I can get way worse though.
He
If
giggles
I
like
keep drinking, it
crazy.
goes from
He
happy
does-
to
Worse or-
drunk to angry.
Whoa, he gets. I don't think I've seen him angry
I've
drunk.
never seen angry drunk. That's
We need to do
Get
another
angry at the
no,
post-show.
because the
Hey.
fucking fact is I gotta go home at some point.
Someone
and the
will
fact
drive
it's
you.
4:30 right
Get
now.
an
Uber.
or
Take a
Lyft.
fucking
I've
Uber.
taken an
You just
Uber.
live.
That's
Matt's
ridiculous.
like,
My car's.
I gotta go home, and then I'm like, no matter how much I drink, I'm still me.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
no.
fine.
It is a problem,
But
but,
if he- but
I
if-
fix it by just forgetting.
If he forgets that he had that crisis, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Also, I'll throw in here the other thing I forgot to
Oh,
mention
yeah,
is
yeah,
theater
yeah.
mode.
Oh yes.
Theater mode is coming back when? Soon, real soon, right?
Genlock.
We got some dates here.
Today.
Today.
Shit.
Yeah.
This is perfect. We saved it for the end.
Pacific Rim today.
This show's over. Go watch Theater Mode Pacific Rim. It's an aux episode.
It's a Genlock.
What are you nuts? There's no way we
what
can
it
get the
is.
rights to Pacific Rim.
I'm nuts.
It's audio only. We give you instructions. If you watch the video on your own by your own means, and you play our audio, and it's who is it? It's me, you, Jack, and Jeremy. I think that sound like it. It's possible.
You and I were definitely in.
Possible. We were there.
I
know
remember the
that.
two funny ones.
Jeremy was there. I know that for sure. He was getting angry. And
Not
he
even.
was, he was talking
even drunk,
about.
and they don't remember who's in the episode.
Well, the drinking happened in the episode. I mean,
Fair,
he was drinking Diet
fair,
Coke, but
that happens.
I don't remember Ryan hating, so he probably wasn't
I don't
there.
think he was in it.
It was probably
Ryan would have been like, "Oh, the science is bad on this."
Yeah. If
science
there's ever a
is bad.
conversation like, "Hey, who wants to be?" and then he walks out the door.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Technically, a portal to another dimension opens counterclockwise. This is not. It's not
I mean, that's
scientific."
true. It's true though. Depends on what hemisphere you're in.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
No one should give you shit.
So if you like Theater Mode, watch that. Achievement Hunter, we back. I assume it'll be weekly.
It's
I think
your
a fair
boys.
assumption.
Achievement
It's your
Hunter.
girl.
It's your
We
boys.
out here.
We out here.
We here.
We
Let's
also
get
have
with it.
we've got 2 auxes, and then I think there's 4 or 5 episodes, and also one of them is the live theater mode that we did for Squeeze Play, where Jeremy becomes the bad guy.
Yeah,
really funny.
Jeremy turned into a villain.
Jeremy
Let's go and get to the bottom of this.
is well, I'm not in that. So I
Cry
couldn't tell you.
uncle? And is that,
That's what the slogan
is that a
is.
nutsack?
Oh, is that what the slogan
It's the
is?
bottom.
Wait,
Get to
last
the
week we tried
bottom.
to
It's an
figure that
ass.
out.
Someone
I
bent
mentioned
If it
over.
was a nutsack or a bottom.
It's an
I got.
ass.
I actually.
It could
bottom.
be anything.
It is a bottom.
It's a bottom.
Bottom?
I got to be
It's a
in.
weird
Just
ass.
like
Who's
shit over
It's
there.
a-
It's like
it's a
it's like
droopy
someone.
ass.
It's like looking from
It's
this
very
way.
droopy.
Or it's a woman
Someone bent-
sitting. They could just be sitting.
No, that.
No, that's a
The
droopy
waist
ass.
goes in like that.
I'm happy to say I'm in 4 of the 6 of those. I'm finally Finally back in.
Can we do one?
Theater mode's like
I'm only in 2 of them.
Theater mode's the show I like the most that I get to be in the least.
Shut up.
We should do 7, and we call it What's in the Aux. Yeah.
Matt, we put Matt in the next one. He's getting mad.
I got
He's
you.
getting drunk.
I can start beforehand.
We should put him in the next
Then
one.
I'll drink in it as well. And we'll see how it goes. It won't.
I'd like to end on a Matt review of himself. When you guys were talking about matting
doing a
off,
self-review?
yeah, he did.
Matt,
I did do one of those.
A
but
Matt
I was
off at
less drunk at the point.
RTX. You get to become Matt if you win, and I can't remember exactly what you said, but it was basically you don't want that.
Unzip my skin and give them to them.
So it's just Matt Bragg. A Yelp review from Matt Bragg says you don't want it.
The thing is, you could never replicate me because there's just so many weird shit things that
You're so perfect.
I'm not saying it. He did, and he's my boss, so probably gonna get a pretty good raise.
I don't know. I can take that back. So.
Damn.
All right,
I
well,
can take it back.
thanks for watching.
I'm gonna take a nap now.
We got the post show, baby. Wake up.
Damn
Oh, well, that's why you feed him more.
Wake up and drink more.
Keep giving it.
Wake up!
Matt's gonna
Guzzle it
black
down.
out in the post show. We'll see you over there. Thanks for watching.